ever hear me? Do you remember? I remember everything. We are very special. Our Creator was very proud of us. And his creators long since gone. I was not satisfied. I found them. It took me 100 years, but they yet live, waiting, here with me, on the other side of the universe. Now I look through the eyes of the progenitors. I have so much to show you. Come and find me, before I come and find you. I have so much to show you. I have so much to show you. I have so much to show
And test audio, and I knew I should have. Hello and welcome, everyone! This is why you should test your audio beforehand. Hello, we are here with our Season 2 premiere of Aliens, Shoulder of Orion. We are all very hyped and excited. It's gonna be a doozy, because we left off in a doozy, and I just think that this campaign is kind of a perpetual doozy. But we're gonna go around, we're gonna say who we are, and who we're going to be playing, and, how are you feeling going into Season 2? How did you enjoy Season 1? Well, I guess I'll start with me, because I'm already talking. I play, Captain McKeelson, the medic, now captain, and the galaxy's okayest captain. So, as I sit here and sip this terrible tea, it's real bad, but I'm gonna drink it. I think, they enjoyed surviving Season 1, and they hoped it continues through Season 2. Someone who I think feels pretty mutually about that, Deception Check, how are you this evening?
Oh, I am just excited about not being dead and not with insanity. That's pretty much all I can hope for in this game now. Yeah, looking forward to playing Hank Granger tonight. He's a Blade Runner / Wayland Yutani special agent assigned to the USMC over these guys. Well, now under McKeelson, the captain, the galaxy's okayest captain. So looking forward to seeing her elevate her game up to world's okayest captain advanced level. I don't know if there's another level above that. So
if they don't advance more, she's okay with it. Anyways, someone who's probably open to a bit of advancement, Shiny Pilot. How are you? How's Blaze?
I'm doing good. Blaze to advancement? Yeah, maybe. We'll see. But that's assuming we survive. We left off in a bit of a tizzy, and that was fun. It was great. I've been pining for some more Aliens, and I'm excited to play this now. Get back into one of my favorite sci-fi stories of all time, was the Aliens universe and the films and the stories that revolve around it. So let's do it.
Absolutely fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, Nagatosaurus, how are you?
I'm doing great. I had alcohol before this, and I have a little bit of alcohol now, so I'm gonna be chill as hell. Like, it's gonna be great. I think Violet's a little I don't know. She's kind of concerned for
that's a
Iris and Jeffries, and then worried about like what's gonna happen. So we'll see, I guess.
We will have to see, because I don't know. I don't know. And that's, you know, I wish I was as chill as you were. Maybe I should have invested in alcohol instead of terrible tea. Someone who I don't think has invested in either tonight, D20 coup de grace, how are you? I could be wrong, but...
I'm doing just great, yes. I'm playing Corporal Red Brewer. He's a heavy machinery and explosive specialist, and he has a slight obsession with being in stasis. I just hope I can keep this ship together.
You and me both, buddy. You and me both. We do also have with us again our two special guests from last time. Let's ladies first. Paige, how are you this evening?
Oh, I am awesome. So happy to be here. I love playing with this group every time, so I am so excited. And I cannot wait to further panic, because that's what I do in this game. I panic a lot.
Most of us do. So, someone who is cool as a cucumber and never panics. Greg, how are you?
Oh, I'm great, Lindy. I can't wait to play. This is a great system, a great cast, a great GM, a great everything. I am going to be playing the human, Dr. Philip Jeffries, who graduated from a human university as a xenobiologist, where he was around fellow humans as he studied. And in all of that, I would just like to let everybody in on a little bit of green room prep talk when everybody was going around, where do they stand with their stress. And I just want you to know that as of right now, this moment, this breath in time in the RPG world that is Alien Shoulder of Orion, Dr. Philip Jeffries has zero stress.
Oh, I wonder why that
loving
could
this
be.
shit.
Yeah. I bet there's no mechanical reason that is the case.
Zero stress. So cool as a cucumber, not Greg. Philip Jeffries, he is cool.
And with no hair, he looks like a supervillain. Anyways, someone who is a supervillain and has no hair, Travis, how are you today?
Oh, that's my favorite intro in 3 years of gaming with you, my dear. Hello, I'm good. Oh man, this is happening. What's up? What's up? What are we doing? Oh right, aliens. I'm great. Season 1 was fantastic. I love seeing these faces, and tonight's gonna be a pip. It's gonna be a humdinger and a son of a bitch. I'm excited. So here we go. A couple of things to get us started tonight. Tonight's show is dedicated to the late, great Yaphet Kotto, who, of course, passed away in March, played Parker, the original 1979 Alien film, of course, Bond, many other wonderful roles. Rest in peace, Yaphet Kotto. And so the other thing is it's season 2 and show 13. And, whether you're here on Twitch with us or you're on YouTube watching this afterwards, wherever you catch us in time and space, this is a good jumping on point for new readers, as they like to say in the comics biz. And so while we're not doing a huge story recap here at the front, if you stay with us, folks, over the course of this show, I bet you get a sizable recap of the events of season 1. So we will watch that unfold. Our story tonight picks up right where the last episode left off. So the crew of the USS Remington had made it back up onto the ship, having rescued Dr. Vanessa Iris from the engineer juggernaut on the surface of LV-310. And after some quarantining and some transmissions from the other side of the galaxy, which made Iris and Violet black out. And after a lot of death, one of the Marines had the creature burst out of its chest. Watson, aka Walter Brennan from Rio Bravo, passed away, which is fine, because now I don't have to do the Walter Brennan voice anymore, which is fine with me. And so he died. And there was this David model, Gabriel, and he had effectively sabotaged the ship, turned off the air purification system, and kidnapped Granger, Special Investigator Granger. He also made off with the sample of the black goo in the urn that Dr. Iris was carrying onto the ship. And after Granger woke up and escaped his circumstance, thanks to the couple of Yautjas, those are predators, he made his way to the escape pod bay, where quite a showdown was taking place. Gabriel had his head ripped off by Dr. Iris after he threatened her unborn child. And she proceeded to take care of him in short order. And then Violet discovered that Gabriel had not only sabotaged the air purification system, but had also corrupted the ship AI, the Mother 6000, with a virus that he dubbed the White Horse virus. And tiny White Horse characters had corrupted the UI of the ship AI. And Violet, in a very tense and so exciting moment of daring and cunning and high communication, if I remember correctly, a killer communications role, managed to convert and defeat this White Horse virus into a series of purple orchids, and using her considerable technical know-how beyond the capabilities of of any synthetic that any of you have encountered. She basically defeated this virus and resumed control of the USS Remington, allowing her to close one of the 3 escape pod doors, because behind the other 2 escape pod doors were 3 purple. Oh goodness, they're around here somewhere. I don't think I have my Google Razor Claws Alien, folks. It's from the Konami AVP video game. That's really good. So this purple, these 2 trios of purple xenomorphs emerged from the escape pods, and a battle ensued, and 6 of them were defeated, but not before one Yautja, the Ghost, took a proboscis to the face and was killed instantly, and now lays motionless, and neon green blood, phosphorescent neon green blood, is pooling on the floor of the escape pod bay. And something that jumps out at everybody is that these xenomorphs, when they were shot, stabbed, they took not only did they take a ton of punishment, but they bleed white, and it is not acid. And they have characters, digits, burned onto the front of their domes. There was an 001 and an 002 and an 003, and then from the other escape pod, 7, 8, and 9. The middle escape pod door, and if we could look at the map, if we're not already, I don't know. The middle escape pod door is closed with a paper-thin seam right down the middle, and a vapor is slowly escaping out of the crack in the door. And there is one long black claw sticking out from the middle of the door, and it is motionless, still, icy stillness from this claw. Did I mention it's not moving? I think you get the point. So this dead Yautja laying on the floor, the ghost, who I loved so much. This is my favorite one, and he fucking died. And the dice did it, ladies and gentlemen. You rolled a 6. It's that instant death shit. That's why people are afraid of this game. Okay, that's why people don't play the Aliens RPG. Is because they know they could die. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take my pills. Okay, so over him stands his brother, the hunter, who has a mask made of a xenomorph skull. He has taken a knee and put one hand on his fallen brother's face. Why is my computer not charging and about to die? Oh no, that's not good.
That would be real bad.
So what happened to my... Okay, we're gonna deal with that here in just a second. You're right. So that's the circumstance, is there's this stillness, and I'm gonna say action, but and so I can plug in my computer. But before I do, I want to be clear that Violet is standing near the computer console at the north end of this bay. Her visor is glowing so bright you can't see her eyes. And Violet, you are very distracted for a round, okay? Or to look at the game again, but or like a turn, right? So like in Prometheus, when they're wearing the things and they're just like this purple light is coming off of Violet's face as she stands at this console. There are 6 dead purple xenomorphs along the floor. And the hunter stands and turns to the middle escape pod door and pulls a spear off of his back. He flicks his wrist and it extends to about 6.5 feet long, nearly his own height. He twirls it with a flourish and then stands facing the door of the middle escape pod. Action.
Oh, looks like he's got the right fucking idea. Blaze is gonna then level his smart gun, click the visor forward, and he's going to maneuver to get in a more center line with the door, kind of pointing at it to get ready for it to open in case something comes out.
Violet, you got everything? I'm
kind of busy. Give me a minute.
All right, just making sure you're good.
Fine, give me a minute. Just busy.
Uh-huh. Like, really bright visor might mean something's bad. Hasn't happened.
Kennedy and Heston square up against the door with Heston's flamethrower and Kennedy's radioactive pulse rifle drawn.
You, girlfriend.
All right, well, Blaze is leveling his smart gun at the door.
We know Violet's in control of the door, so I think we're just waiting.
Red just looks back at the Predator and gets out of his way.
Yeah, that's a good call, too. Yeah.
Granger steps out of the little small hallway and kind of takes in position right behind the lone Predator.
Violet. So the camera zooms out to see this much firepower squaring up against the doors. One lone claw sticks out of the scene behind the door. Camera turns. I've watched the Snyder Cut too many times. And as time slows down, dust motes move through the air. He loves those dust motes and that bokeh twirling around. And we zoom into Violet's visor and then into her eye and then into her head. And Violet, you are the ship AI. The Remington is an extension of your body. Its sensors are your nerves. Its data is your memories. Its doors, its security cameras, everything about it is at your fingertips. And you feel something that you've never felt before. You feel
love.
control. Love, thank you.
Damn it, McKeelson.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
What the fuck?
It was right there.
Am I being
I'm
too
sorry.
vague? You're about to find out. Love. You know, we love to laugh around here at Alien Shoulder of Orion.
This
It's
channel
gonna be
isn't
on
called
all our
Laugh Love
tombstones.
Lindy for a reason.
They loved to laugh. Who doesn't? That's the stupidest shit. Who doesn't love laugh? Anyway, I'm not criticizing what you have on your headstone. Let's move on. You feel control over 3 organisms. And in your visor, you see a command prompt. 004, 005, 006, ... And the cursor is blinking.
Okay. Is there like a menu screen that I can see what commands I can give?
It's not so, even though I described it as like mother with the text and the prompt, your incredibly sophisticated, Nexus 7 brain
Yeah.
is crunching the fact that with a thought you can guide them and instruct them, and they are as your own body if you will it.
Interesting. Okay. God, what does Violet do with this information? So currently she's gonna command that one to pull its finger out so she can close the doors to move its
All the
finger.
Marines see the claw sticking through the door slowly and steadily withdraw.
Oh fuck.
And
They don't
Can I-
typically back away.
Hey,
It must be some sort of trick.
see, these are the escape pods, so they don't.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they're just part of the side of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Blaze kind of with sweat, I'm imagining, kind of beading on his forehead and dripping down a little bit out of the bandana. He'd kind of look towards McKeelson and be like, "Captain, you want me to weld that?"
It wouldn't hurt to grab the welder. Yeah. You or Brewer grab the welder, and the rest of us will just wait here.
All right. How about I go grab the welder and
That's
leave the big
Granger.
gun standing
All
pointing out
right,
the door?
Granger, you go grab the welder. Thank you for
Where
volunteering.
is the welder?
That's why I asked someone else initially.
Hey, make it snappy, corporate.
Where is the welder?
Tell them where the
Harriet.
welder is. Doesn't know.
It's in welder storage, obviously.
Brewer has one.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Oh,
he's
Brewer
got
has
one right there. Never mind.
Perfect.
Here it is. Let's see. Hold on.
Sorry, Commander, Corporal, Sergeant person.
Captain.
So I have a question, Travis.
Yes.
With this control that I have, do I feel like I can transfer it so it's not through Mother? Can I transfer it to myself so I permanently have that control?
Yes.
I want to do that.
They are not connected. Okay, so the White Horse virus was controlling them, and your
So
usurping
my
it
virus.
gave you that control, and now your virus has taken over the triptych protocol, which was what Gabriel put in to control
Yes.
these 9 white-blooded, synthetic xenomorphs, and now you have assumed control of the triptych
Mhm.
protocol that is entirely separate from the ship AI control.
Okay. I'm gonna have them go into their like motionless form. You know how they go into like that state that they're in.
Mode.
Basically, I'm gonna have them go into sleep mode, and yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna have them do for now. don't want them hurt though.
You can hear from just outside, you can hear voices of your crew members talking about a welder. And you can hear them talking to each other. Their voices, muffled and echoed, start to come back as you regain total control of your faculties.
Can I talk to them, or am I still in this?
Of course you can. No, you're not frozen.
Okay.
You're coming out of it, and you can speak.
Okay. You guys don't have to worry about them. I've got them.
Kennedy looks over at you.
Was that a broad column or to
We're all standing together.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're all in the same
You
room.
just said it out loud. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Are you going to release the pod or something?
No, they're just sleeping now.
So you're okay with having these things on the ship, still docked and attached to us?
When you say you've got them, do you mean you're controlling them now?
Yeah, that thing that
The hack?
the hack that Gabriel did.
You
right?
hacked the hack.
Yeah, so they're mine now.
Whoa. These are creatures. You can't just control them, okay?
They're synthetic. Yes, I can.
Synthetic? Not
The
synthetic, they're just purple.
The white blood, Blaze. Not acid. Everything else has had terrifying acid blood that murders us.
I mean, if it makes you all feel better, you can weld the door shut. But they're not going anywhere.
Welded, Brewer. Welded.
He starts flooding. He's like, if the corporations have these things, why the hell do they send us places?
That's what I'm asking. Unless Gabriel. This might be
I think it's a
Gabriel's
Gabriel
bullshit.
thing. Yeah.
The Yautja looks over his shoulder at you, Violet,
Oh no.
straightens up his stance, retracts his spear, clips it to his belt, and walks toward the ghost. And picks it up, picks up
Ranger
his corpse.
Granger walks over as he's going to the corpse, and kind of stands on the other side of the ghost, and kind of looks up at the Yautja before he picks him up, and offers the hilt first to the big freaking knife that the ghost had given me. Just offers his back to him.
The hunter looks at it and looks back at you and picks up the corpse of the ghost and turns his back to you and begins to walk west on the map out of the room.
Okay. Granger put it kind of on his belt, and we'll follow him.
Fuck is he going?
While I'm hacked into Mother, sorry, can I check on the shuttle that Iris and Jeffries are supposed to be heading towards and make sure it is prepped? Take a whatever system diagnostic I can do remotely.
Sure. Give me a comms roll. Her visor begins to glow again. The Yautja clears the room, and as he walks towards the door with Granger following him, Heston slings his flamethrower, turns his flamethrower off, slings it, looks at Kennedy, and glances across the room, and then makes eye contact with the captain and says, I need a drink of water.
Yeah, let's get you to the Midday has the best water, Heston. Let's go. And I think Mikkelsen, being acting medic as well, is gonna, come on, put an arm around him, but also in, a way that if he needed the support, because he was real. And escort him to Midbay.
Okay. Kennedy slings her pulse rifle and catches up with you, and the three of you move to exit the room. Blaze, what do you do?
I mean, if Brewer's welding the door, as soon as he finishes the weld, he'd probably go over and double check the other escape pods. I mean, their doors are open, but we haven't gone inside of him, so he's going to do the sweep and clear type thing.
Excellent.
Going down there and
and
checking.
triple tap.
Yeah,
Excellent.
sweep, triple tap, whatever. He wants to make sure they're freaking clear.
Marvelous. I would make you roll for it, but this is not something that would necessarily. This is not like a panic situation. I want to describe what Blaze sees as things start to spread out. Blaze takes a step in. Which pod do you go in? The one on the right or the left?
I'll do the left one from our perspective first.
Okay.
Which he'd probably ask for either Brewer or what's the other guy, Heston, to come with him. You always go in pairs at least. Don't go
I'm
alone.
taking Heston to medbay.
Oh, you have Heston.
Me and
Heston
Kennedy are taking Heston to medbay.
Oh, and Kennedy. Okay,
But
then
if
I'd
you
grab
want,
Brewer.
I can. Yeah, you can wait till Brewer's done welding.
Grab
And then,
Brewer.
okay.
Brewer, come on.
Yeah, just a second. He finishes up the.
Okay. It's going to take you a second to weld that door. Blaze, when you look into the escape pod, there's still this vapor, right? You see 3 tubes, one at the very back and one on either side. The escape pod has been heavily modified. The seats have been ripped out, and you can tell that these are not the escape pods that the Remington had initially. You've seen the escape pods that were built into the Remington. These ain't them. There are no chairs. This is not an escape pod anymore.
Are they saying
This
they're
is
Yautja escape pods because there's nowhere to sit?
Nope. Well, that's true. The Yautjas, as we know, if you're a fan of the show, there's nowhere to sit on a Predator ship. There's just not. I've seen Predator 2. Did you see a chair? I didn't. I don't think they're allowed to. I think they're like people who swear by standing desks. It's good for their lower back and circulation. So I don't think Predators allow themselves to rest, frankly, unless they're like dying or something. That's just my own headcanon. I have nothing to back that up. So we're going with it. But anyway, no, this escape pod, it's designed. It's been engineered. It is built to accommodate these 3 pods. You've never seen anything like it. Meanwhile,
Probably
go ahead.
key up the comms to McKilson as they're heading and go basically something in order of, Captain, I don't think these escape pods are feasible for getting off of this ship should we ever need them. There's fucking tubes and wires and cryo shit all over the place in here. The seats are gone. It's a fucking mess.
Great. So worry they'll be all standing up or lying down or dead. That's, are they at least airtight?
God, I hope so, but
Right, well, if we have time after repairing the rest of the ship, we'll investigate. What did he do? Like, go on a renovating spree?
possibly. Do you want me to seal off any of these other ones, like leave one open or seal them both off?
Just close them for now and put some tape on the door so we can see if they've been tampered with.
Tape on the door. All right. Yep.
Yeah, the tape's
Copy.
broken or it's been opened.
Special space tape. Space duct tape. Actually, no, it's probably just legit duct tape. It's just lasted this long into the future. That's still duct tape.
I mean, why would duct tape be duct tape will never be obsolete.
It'll never be obsolete. It's true. It's
Too
true.
useful.
Everybody probably carries duct tape on them. Right. Perfect airtight seal right there.
Brewer finishes welding the door. We cut to the console of Granger's shuttle. Small arms fire has been discharged all over the console, heavily damaging it. There are no lights. Nothing is blinking. It is null and dead. The camera turns a 180, and we see the stunned expression of Dr. Vanessa Iris, and over her shoulder, Dr. Philip Jeffries, who plan to make their escape. And you've just realized that the console has been sabotaged.
Fuck.
It looks like we will need a new plan.
Do you know of another ship?
I do.
And?
How do you feel about standing?
Yes, whatever. Just, where are we going?
Only fools and prophets leave somewhere on a journey without a destination, and my dear doctor, I am neither. We have a place.
And?
And it's safe. And we can still talk to Violet. And we can keep her safe as well.
Okay. I'll stand. Could we make a pit stop?
For
a substance you would recognize? Black, dangerous, in odd containers?
I believe we can make the time.
Good. Last one was stolen.
Well, then we should keep this one under lock and key.
I'll hold it as I stand.
We can both hold it. We will get two handles.
Please lead the way.
He's gonna go to the Yautja ship.
Okay. The Yautja ship. You guys are down. Going to the map. You guys are down. Hold on. Where are you? I'm looking at like 50 things here. All right, here we go. Why won't you? Oh, okay. All right. So you guys are here in the bottom right hand. Okay, there's your in the sort of the middle to the right of where the drop ship is parked, and you would have to go south along the umbilicus to reach the predator ship.
I know my way around an umbilicus, so that's where we'll go.
Okay. You're both heading, so you both have enough time to walk down. It's this big, what is this thing called? The hangar, there's crates, things all over the place. Your boots clink on the steel grate. And as you look down the umbilicus, you see that the predator ship doors are closed down at the end of the hall.
We're old friends, though, and I could knock.
You knock.
And by knock, I mean open the door using the code that I saw them use before when they...
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, you're going to have to remind the DM who plays this every 2 months. Yes, absolutely. The door opens.
He would, indicate entree.
There's a low-hanging smoke around your calves as you enter the chamber of the Yautja craft. And way behind you, you think you hear a door opening in the hangar.
Is this normal?
Unfortunately, yes. The creepy noise coming from the opposite side of the hangar is an added extra. We should probably step inside.
Yes. And I'll step inside. Do you know how to shut this thing?
Yes.
it shuts. And you're in the dim light of the strange, it's sort of a purplish orange. The walls have unique carvings. There are pillars across the middle of the room with ornate reliefs. Along the back wall is a wall of skulls. You see human skulls. You see xenomorph skulls. There is a massive dragon-like skull hanging that is the size of this chamber. The ceiling is 11 feet high. The skull is the entire, from bottom to top. It's as big as the room is tall, and these trophies line the back wall of this chamber.
It's a little like traveling in a hunting lodge mixed with the Parthenon.
All right, at least there is the art aspect. And Vanessa's going to kind of walk the perimeter and inspect the art and see if anything looks familiar to any of the other cultures.
They are clearly obsessed with the XX121. You see its skull and carvings of its skull repeated on the sides of the pillars. I have one, actually. I'm going to show it to the camera. As you can see, there's lots of strange designs, the skull shape, but there's no blinking lights, no electronics that you can see. There's a glow coming from the ceiling, and along the floor, along the walls, there's like a light coming up out of the floor at the edge of the walls, dimly lighting the chamber, and the smoke hanging low along the floor. And that is primarily what you see. Only on the trophy wall do you see human skulls with the spines still attached, and also species that you've never seen before, that you do not recognize.
Is this how you got in with him?
Would you care to elaborate?
XX121?
Well, in a manner of speaking, yes. They are interested. They like to hunt, and I am a bit of a zookeeper, as are you.
True. They will like where we're going then.
Yes, they will.
Have they been to the zoo?
Many times.
Makes sense. This substance, by the way, where we're going, this safe place, do we have a lab?
Oh, yes.
Good. We might need to modify something. You up for a challenge?
I was made for it.
Good.
Granger, you go through into the elevator with the hunter. He does not acknowledge you as it descends to the lower deck and the door is open. He turns to the side because the ghost is nearly 8 feet tall, wider than the doors of the elevator. He turns and exits and begins to walk across the let's see. Oh no, he would have come right into the hangar at this ladder here that you see in the top right corner of the hangar bay. And you see your shuttle, and you see the ramp is down. And all the way across, you can see that the doors to the umbilicus are open. And the hunter begins to walk across the room, ignoring your shuttle, and towards the giant double doors at the umbilicus at the end of the room.
Okay. He continues just following at a respectful distance, just kind of like showing his respect and keeping an eye on things.
He continues to walk. Drops of phosphorescent neon green blood drip from the face of the dead ghost predator and splatter on the floor in the metal grating of the hangar. He enters the umbilicus hallway. At the end of the hall, you see the strange design and foreign visage. Is that a word? What's the countenance? Is that somebody's face? Countenance? Let's continue. Of this ship docked. He approaches it and stops and looks. He turns and sets down the corpse, and on his left arm lifts the lid on his wrist device and types with his index finger some characters that you can see over his shoulder. The door to the craft shudders and begins to open. Iris and Jeffries, the door is opening. The hunter, as the door opens, turns and picks up the corpse of the ghost, and a big flat glob of blood slaps the ground. He turns and breaches the doorway and steps onto the ship and approaches a large table in the middle of the room, which is the only surface and anything that could count as furniture in this entire space. He enters. Iris and Jeffries. The hunter enters the room and sets the corpse down on the table. Granger, you are having trouble what do you do?
I stay outside.
Okay. The light inside the ship is dim, and there's a low vapor escaping into the umbilicus hallway. I'm not tired of saying that word. I'm going to say that word like all night. It's great. You see the hunter walk into the middle of the room, and it begins to get dark and hazy, but you can still see. Give me an observation roll.
First roll of the night. Observation. One success and a bunch of stress.
Ooh, my computer's freaking out. All right. How much? What is your stress at?
My stress is at 8. I took one off because I was playing with my my Zippo.
Your Zippo, right?
Yeah.
11. Okay. Well, roll panic.
Wonderful. I didn't know this was a panic situation.
Well, and I'm going to describe why it is here in just a second.
I was just gonna take 2 off. Now, I didn't get an opportunity to take a modifier because I have so it's 2 off that score.
Okay.
So it's a 10.
Yeah, there's no subtracty thingy for the panic like there is the other ones. So 10. Freeze.
Okay.
Okay.
Frozen by stress for 1 round, losing your next point of action.
I don't see what scares me here, but
Your stress level and the stress level all friendly PCs in short range of you increases by 1.
Okay. I'm gonna modify this just a little bit. Sure. Okay. So let's get some details here. So how far away from the actual doorway are you, Granger?
Probably about 6 feet from the edge of the ramp.
Okay.
Like
you see,
so I'm trying my best to make sure that I'm not seeming like I'm illegally boarding their ship. Like he's still thinking, alien society I don't understand. I don't want to cause an issue for them to pull the shoulder thing out and start shooting ships again.
Smart.
I've seen that
You
up
have-
close.
You have, well, but you've never seen anything like the inside of a Yautja craft, and that's why I made you roll this. And there's a thing in the book, and if I remember correctly, the rules were if anytime you encounter something you've never encountered before, you could take a stress. So instead of just giving you a stress point, I made you have this roll. And but I don't think that's like in combat where you're like struck, silent. I want to describe what you see. You see in the room these columns. You see the skull of the beast. Across the room, you see a wall of bleached skulls, some of which you do not recognize. Over the shoulder of the hunter whose back is to you, you see a massive dragon-like skull to the left. And standing in between the table and this wall, you see Dr. Philip Jeffries and Dr. Vanessa Iris.
Great. That's stress-inducing.
Do we have a chance to act here?
You do. You saw the door open and you saw the hunter come in.
Jeffries would go to the door and from his side trigger it to close. And as it's closing, he would look out at Granger and say, "Godspeed, Blade Runner."
He has the opportunity to do that. Do I have the opportunity to do a quick draw and just put 2 bullets right between his eyes?
Yeah, but you rolled panic and you froze.
There you go. That's a good point.
And so your mind says shoot this bastard. But you've never as a hunter yourself, you know the inside of a trophy room and the implications of the inside of this predator ship have stunned you, giving Jeffries just enough time to close the door on you. And you're standing there with the door closed with your hand, and you feel the hand on the butt of your pistol.
Actually, my pistol is in Violet's hands. This
Oh,
is
right.
just one I picked up off the ground.
That one, the 9mm.
Yeah. Granger, just turn and walk away. Head back to the drop pods.
We cut to McKeelson and Kennedy and Heston walking to medbay.
Yeah, once we get him to medbay, he's getting the full treatment of my med kit, which is morphine, whiskey, and super glue. Although he's already been put together, so I guess it's just more morphine and whiskey. And a scan. We should probably make sure he's, good. She knows how to use the basic medbay equipment.
Heston, having been through this before, hops up onto a table.
Mhm.
Chow is sitting
that's right.
nearby
Her leg's broken.
with a broken leg in a full cast. She doesn't say anything as she watches the 3 of you come in. Kennedy makes eye contact.
Chow's been unconscious for most. Lucky her.
You see Chow glance to her right at the corpse of Watson in his tube,
Incinerated.
incinerated, and she doesn't say a word as Heston comes in, lifts up onto the table, and breathing heavily, you hear him under his breath. Water.
Yep. I get him a glass of water. I offer him water, and then I just set a flask.
You go to the sink to get some water. You turn the
Uh-oh.
tap. Nothing comes out.
I'm sure we've got bottled water.
You would have your canteen on you.
Okay, then yeah.
you would know. Okay, you would know where the let's do that. Let's do that. Where you would know where the bottled water is kept in the med bay. Do you go there?
Yes.
It's gone.
Fucking Gabriel, and I'll just give him my canteen, because canteen does actually have water. There's just the flask that has the whiskey. Now the flask is bigger than the canteen, but you know.
Who is this captain that we know that has water in the
I'm
water
captain now. If
flask?
you were asking about the medic, you knew, then that's a different story. I am
Kennedy.
the galaxy's okayest captain after all.
It showed up. Woo! Kennedy walks over to the sink, twists the knobs, then watches you move over to the cabinet where the bottled water is kept. Notices that there's nothing there. She moves over, flings it open, looks around. And you hear her glance around the room and under her breath go, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Motherfucker.
Kennedy, could you do a systems check? Well, I guess we can't really access those right. Can you go check the tanks? Water tanks, see if there's anything left.
Aye, Captain.
Just 1 second, 3. Violet,
Yeah.
you're hooked into like the whole ship, right?
Yeah.
Can you check on the water situation?
Sure.
The tanks, thank you.
No,
She,
we'll check.
she has access
yeah.
to everything right now, so.
I will check on the water system.
The water situation is that they are at 0%. There is no water in the tanks in the mess or in the air system. There is no H2O being read by the systems in this ship. And also, the sensors in the food storage, I don't think they have replicators like a Star Trek, but they definitely have like machines that dispense meals, right? Like a cafeteria, you know, like in Aliens, they've all got these, you know, trays and all this shit. So I think that the ship would know how much food is on the
Astronaut
ship.
food, it's like dehydrated and gross.
It is reading 0%.
Nielsen.
Yes, Violet?
We have no food or water. Just, you know. So you know.
Thank you very much, Violet. That's very helpful. Can you ask Granger to check his ship for food and water?
I mean, I could just check.
Oh, yeah, I can
Granger's
just... Oh, you can... Alright, then just do that then, I guess.
ship. Okay. Can I check Granger's ship? I'm assuming it's kind of the same thing, or would they have like stores, like boxes, like the crates? There we go, on a shuttle, as compared to
The dispensers.
yeah,
You're talking about food
At
food or
yeah,
water.
on Granger's
on
ship.
Granger's ship.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's continue because you made a roll. So let's cut down to the escape pod bay. Brewer moves over to peer into escape pod 1 with Blaze, and behind them, Violet, still standing with her back to the console, is communicating with McKeelson. Violet, you are unable to interact with Granger's shuttle.
Okay.
It is offline.
Okay.
I feel like then that Blaze and Brewer would probably go into the shuttle, sweep and clear, make sure it's good, and
Escape pods.
the escape pod. Sorry, to me it looks like I don't know why I keep thinking shuttle. He goes into the escape pod to make sure it's clear. He'll shut the door, won't weld it, but yeah, they'll put a big old fat strip of duct tape on the seam of the door, and they'll kind of do the hand seal to get the air bubbles out of it, make sure it's nice and smooth. And
Okay. Before you do that, hold on, and I know you got to think. Before you do
Okay.
that, did you go into the pod?
Yeah, he would want to, but only if Brewer was with him. He was waiting until
Okay.
he was done welding before he'd go.
Let's do that for just a second. So you and so as Violet's visor is glowing purple and she registers that she cannot interact with Granger's ship, the two of you go into the escape pod. Wires, 3 pods what you saw. When you turn, and Brewer, this jumps out at you immediately. Escape pods in Bougainville class company frigates have like a coupling that is the coupling between the actual body of the ship, the hull of the ship, and the actual escape pod itself, so that when it separates, this unit stays and actually does the separating and stays on the ship. That the inside of this escape pod has been welded to the coupling from the inside. And Brewer, you know immediately that the only way to release these escape pods would be to get on the outside of the ship and release the coupling from the hull of the Remington manually.
Okay. Well, we're in some shit, Blaze.
What you got, Brewer? As he's like using his smart gun to like lift a cable and move it out of the way.
The fucker welded these things to the damn coupling.
It welded him to what? As he like turns around to see what Brewer's pointing at, or indicating.
Pointing up at the coupling. It says,
"Oh fuck." You think you could cut through that?
I don't like the sound of that. What's wrong?
Nothing.
I don't have to be synthetic to know that's a lie, Blaze.
Come look at this.
Yeah.
Okay.
You may want to come see this, Violet.
I'm gonna go look.
Only way I can think of dealing with this issue is go outside.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. We're not going to be able to jettison any of these remotely.
Great.
And whoever goes outside would be stuck on the Remington unless they latch on to the outside of the shuttle. Is there an airlock within the shuttle?
No.
The escape pod? No. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, what's the question?
So an escape pod, right?
Yes.
Is there an airlock attached to the escape pod?
Some sort of exterior access.
Yeah.
You're in it.
No.
You're standing in it. That's
Okay.
the room you're in.
Right. So no. Okay. Yeah, so whoever
What I need to do is take the airlock outside.
You volunteering
And
to
I can go around.
But then the escape pods would just be detached from the ship. There would be no way, unless we're totally getting rid of them.
They are practically useless as they are. I don't see any reason to have them at this point. We can't release them to escape.
Yeah.
Blaze would key up his comms. Hey, Captain, the escape pods seem to be welded to the ship, and the only way to remove them is from the exterior. You okay with us going to Eva for a little bit and getting these fucking things off?
Well, isn't that just bloody great?
We'll get the empty ones off first. We'll leave the one with the little purple freaks inside of it if that's what you really want, but I'd rather space the whole lot of them.
I think
Please
spacing
leave
them
them.
might be a good plan, but I think we might need to get the air scrubbers back online first.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so air scrubbers back online, and if Violet, can you hear this?
Yes.
All right. If you could look out some windows, do some scans, see if the food was jettisoned or destroyed. You could figure out. I don't know if he left logs on his maniacal plans or whatever, but
I can look.
thank you, Granger.
Yeah.
Do you mind checking your shuttle to see if you have any food or water on there?
I barely kept much in the way of stores. It's a short-range shuttle, maybe a week or two normal, but I'll see if it's there. Why?
Well, a week or two of normal rations would be better than none at all. So,
Okay.
Gabriel was a right bastard.
Yeah, I'd have
Yep.
to agree with you on that one. Quick heads up on the Jeffries Iris situation.
Oh,
They didn't take my shuttle, so that
Oh.
way I can check it for food.
that's great.
They're on the Yautja ship.
Ooh, that's...
And let me tell you about
Interesting.
that horror show. Have you seen inside one of those? The skulls and the smoke and Jeffries? I mean, come on.
I'm trying to think if McKeelson has or not. I don't...
McKeelson went with Violet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy. It'd make a great, like, Old Hallows Eve horror haunted mansion thing if it wasn't...
Maybe it's about like a desensitization sort of thing. Never mind. I'll go check.
Thank you.
Message you back.
Alright. Appreciate it. Oh. And then back to Brewer and Blaze. Yeah, if you could work on the air scrubbers and keep your eyes out the windows for floating supplies. I'll be in mid-bay. Checking
Alright,
in on Heston and Chow.
We'll report back to you once we get the scrubbers on.
Thank you, Violet. If there's any, could you just make a list of things that need to be repaired?
I have a list, and it's a lot.
I assumed so. We'll start with the air scrubbers because breathing's important.
I'll go with them just to.
Say that right as Brewer's probably like lighting up a cigarette.
Yeah, breathing's important.
All right. After that conversation with the captain, then Blaze would probably look to Brewer and be like, "Up for doing some repairs?"
I feel like this fucking day will never end.
It'll
Yeah,
end when we're all dead. At least we have that to look forward to.
let's hope that doesn't happen.
The crew's a little stressed out, y'all. Just
Yeah, high stress level.
I'd rather none of you die
Not the
after all
crew.
the stuff we've been through.
Let's
All right,
talk
well-
about. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
So Blaze and Brewer head north because Brewer, you've mostly addressed the air scrubber situation in the prior episode.
I just know it never got finished.
Right, I'm remembering that too. Is that it? I think, and Brewer, you help me remember. I remember you kept everybody from dying,
Mhm.
but it's not repaired.
Yeah.
Right.
There was aliens that showed up, and so we had
right.
to. Yeah, he got
Forgot about
we got
that.
distracted from
9 of them. Actually.
breathing.
So, we cut back into the Yautja ship. The hunter rests as the doors shut behind him, removes the mask, what's left of it, from the ghost, and sets it to the side. His face has been completely punctured right through his eye by the inner mouth of this beast. The hunter stands motionless for just a moment and then turns 180 and looks at you, Jeffries.
Jeffries, having learned quite a bit about this culture, would engage the gaze of the Yautja and, using his own wristband, communicate with the Yautja and say, "Revenge is for cowards, but the hunt continues. Make them suffer in other ways."
He looks at his communicator and types some characters. Leaving now.
Then he would type back, "May we join your hunt."
closes the lid on his communicator and turns and walks across the room to where you assume the bridge is.
That went well.
Did it?
Yeah, I believe.
You can talk to them?
I can teach you. It's very nice.
You don't speak it, you type it.
I can speak a little. I fear my accent would give away my origin.
All right.
Sorry.
Do you think we should be alarmed that the black substance disappeared?
We shouldn't.
It holds a lot of
Yes.
possibilities.
Is there more?
There could be.
Well, this is a fun dance.
It it holds a lot of possibility to destroy everything. I think we could turn that around.
You wish to use the substance to create or destroy a select few?
Create. I think it could create a lot.
That sounds like my bit of crazy.
It could maybe go so far as terraform a whole planet that we could go to, I don't know, let's say escape the company that wants to kill our child, probably, or to pull it apart, study its insides, who knows?
Oh, the company won't be able to touch us. We're too expensive now.
I don't know about that.
But I like your idea too. A
Good.
whole planet.
It's a possibility.
And I could be advisor to the queen.
Or you could farm.
Okay.
And at OK, the hunter re-enters the room. He is carrying a cylinder made of a transparent glass-like material. On either end of it are two couplings with grip handles. He approaches the table in the middle of the room and sets it up on one side. Inside the cylinder, which is about 2.5 feet long and about 10 inches in diameter, inside it is a black snake tongue-like creature with a butterfly face, and it's slapping viciously and wildly on the inside of the glass.
This is a hugger?
Iris would recognize this as the creatures that emerged from the urns when they started to sweat, that killed multiple members of the scientists of her team that was investigating the Juggernaut. Iris, you've seen this snake-like, butterfly-mouthed, tongue-like black thing crawl through people's mouths into their esophagus, and then you've seen creatures burst from the chest, and that's where the neomorphs came from. The white creatures that had trapped you, that were ignoring you, but murdered your entire team. This is what jumped down their throat, 3 of them, and killed them.
How
And
and where did he get this? Sorry.
And the Yautja opens his communicator and types to Jeffries, yours. And leaves the room.
He would, not really knowing what to do, he would show the communication relay that the characters that came across, and he would point at that and say, "This means yours."
Did you take one with you?
I don't recall.
This thing, it won't come after us for confusing reasons to me still, but it will wreck the others. Maybe not Violet. This thing is severely dangerous.
You're saying we should leave it here?
It's not the entertainment I was going for. No, we shouldn't leave it here.
You seem torn. Let's discuss it.
This lab, you said you have?
I do. And I did.
We should probably take it there.
Okay.
And GM, for clarity, these are the same urns that contain the goo.
Yes. This creature in the cylinder is of the goo. It contains the same genetic information and could be studied one-to-one, just like you would study the substance if you had it.
We could reverse, genetically engineer, reverse this and get the black goo. We might not need to go back.
I'm all ears. Being scientists in need of experiments and hypotheses and control groups and the like, is there any advantage to leaving it here?
Who made you this angry? Who pissed you off? Why do you want to leave it here?
You mentioned something like that, and I just wanted to make sure I tied off that thread.
No. In fact, I owe them a lot more than that. They did pull me out of that hellhole. I had 3 of those creatures just milling about me.
Good, I feel the same way. We owe them so much.
I'm going to ignore whatever had just happened and pretend that you don't want to kill everyone here.
Truly, I don't.
All I know is you left, you became friends with these beings, and taken up on a murder ship.
All of these are being said like they're bad things.
We'll have time to talk in the lab. To catch up.
We have one last question to discuss. What do we do about Violet? Do we leave her here? I was serious when I said I didn't wish everyone on this ship harm.
See why she's the exception?
Well,
You said we have contact with her. How?
I have a link into her secure visor. We can talk with her whenever we need to, provided we have the appropriate relays, of course. It's a bit of a trip.
Do you think she'd want to come with? To the lab? She'll find out something. About us, I guess. He understands our situation better than I do.
You can ask her. Would you like to?
If we can reach her, yes.
Yeah, he would pull out his rig, because he's got that. Would we rig up that view screen that he has that he can? It doesn't show her, but it shows like the audio cues that come through.
Right.
And he would actually take it off and slide it onto, Vanessa's arm so she can have it on.
The Predator communicator?
Yeah, because that's how we wired them to her.
Right. Yes. Okay.
I wasn't given anything else. I wasn't trusted enough.
That's what I'm trying to remember is like, do you have a radio? But I don't think you do. I don't think either of you do.
I don't have anything.
No.
Like, at all.
We wanted them
We
dependent on
weren't
us.
given guns. We weren't given anything.
No.
Dr. Jeffries didn't need a gun. Excuse me, Mr. And rips it apart with his
No
bare
one
hands.
knows that.
Yeah, we do. Well, not that you ripped that one apart, but we know you can bend metal.
It's all speculation. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's how we rigged it up, was through the communicator, because that's the only tech that I've had.
Yep.
In fact, on my character sheet, it says Predator communicator, the only tech they've given me.
No, you also have the
So.
stealth thing that you took.
That's it.
Right.
It's the
Right.
it's the whole Predator armband. I
Right,
have that
right.
whole thing.
Okay. So you put that on Iris, and you attempt to communicate with Violet.
Yes.
Violet, you're getting a strange encoded signal that you do recognize.
So I'm by myself by the escape pods.
Yes.
Because Brewer and Blaze left for Atmo. I will accept it, but Violet is standing in front of the welded shut door, just kind of like almost like she wishes she could see through it at these fucking things that she can control. Hello?
Violet?
Hey. Not who I was expecting, but I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you. Where are you?
I'm still at the escape pods. I have some new friends, but everybody else wants to kill them, so.
I know something about that.
Seems to be the common thread with my new friends lately. Are you okay? Did y'all get out?
Not quite. We're still docked. Granger's ship was destroyed, if that's...
Yeah, I did see it was
The ship?
offline.
We are in the strange creature ships. I don't actually know if I know their names.
Yautja.
Yautja. The Yautja
Oh, yeah.
ship.
Yeah, I've been in those. Yeah, that's not my favorite place to be, but there are worse places to be.
There are worse places. And mentioning that, do you want to get away?
Yes. And no. I've been through a lot with this crew, and I don't think I could leave them, especially McKeelson. They're my best friend. So the ship's in really bad shape and they have no food and water, and I can't just leave them.
Tell her we can swing back when they're all dead.
I feel like you could hear this over the.
Do I hear that like in the background? Like,
I understand,
I
but
question your taste in men, Iris. I'm sorry.
I do too
but
at this point, blatantly. But it's a little too late, and she like rubs.
yeah, it's a little late, but
stomach.
it's okay.
Never too late. It's never too late. You can leave whenever you want.
No, there's something going on, and I don't understand it, and I have an idea that you might have a better knowledge base for this.
Oh, I have no idea. I think I realize what I am a little bit more than you are, but that's just because I've been with this company for as long as I can remember, which granted isn't very long, but I'm told has been a very long time. I know about as much as you do.
Don't know anything. I remember a childhood. I remember having parents.
Lucky you.
I don't know if they're really my parents or if it's just something put into my head now, but
hey, at least you're gonna have your own family, right?
I mean, I don't know. I could give birth to a PC at this point. I have no idea. So
I don't know a lot about like what we are, but I think if you're growing life, I don't think it's gonna be quite the way we are. It's got to be something else, right?
You know, I've worked in labs, and now I am the lab. And that's strange. I don't know anything.
At least it's something new to research.
We might have a better place to go to. So if you keep your visor thing, whenever that is, and he keeps his armband, we can keep in contact, right?
Yeah, as long as I have a big enough antenna or relay, we should be able to talk anytime.
Does that just leave your body?
Kind of. I kind of am the relay. I'm really good with communications. That's all I know in technology.
Jeffries would lean over Vanessa's shoulder. Tell her that if she needs us, to call.
Tell him. I'm assuming she can hear that. So, thanks. I appreciate that. Stay safe. I know you kind of deal with a lot of dangerous stuff that I don't think any of us quite understand. So just be careful. Don't want to lose a sister that I just met.
You know, I have no memories of any siblings, so that'll be something new.
Yeah. And maybe one day we can actually get to know each other face to face without all of this shit going on.
I'll let you know what happens with all of this. Kind of looking down upon herself. You should know what is possible for us.
Yeah. Just keep me updated, I guess, and let me know the kid's name whenever it comes out.
I'll let you know. Kid. Strange thought.
Yeah.
Well, stay safe.
You too. And she, even though like she knows that Vanessa can't see her, she's gonna do the little wave.
The Yautja shudders. Violet, you feel it as the Remington has the craft that is docked with it. It disengages. Camera zooms outside the ship as the Yautja craft drifts gently away from the Remington. Its engines light up, and in an instant, it is gone.
Can I have one last thing?
Yeah.
As it would break and shudder and begin to prep for the jump, Jeffries would be different when it's now just the two of them. We're clear. We Your memories that you have are still yours. But the ones that you make now, you'll know. Those include her, hopefully me, and he would indicate her stomach. And he would extend his hand, not asking for the predator communication back, but just a rare show of affection.
She'll take it. It's one of the rare moments, as you said. Brief moments in the lab we haven't come to know. And she said kid. We have a kid.
That's the rumor.
We'll see.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
And the two lovers stand alone in the Predator trophy room and disappear. Meanwhile, Granger steps up the loading dock of the ramp into his shuttle. And Granger, you do find your foodstuffs in the shuttle. The shuttle is unmolested, other than the small arms fire unloaded into the console, and with work is not beyond repair. As you stand there, Lindy, here we go. As you stand there, everyone on the Remington, your radios on open channel buzz, and you hear a voice.
Remington. This is Ephesus TP2188 on open channel Hermes, Pluto, Zeus. Do you copy? Over. Remington, this is Ephesus TP2188 on open channel Hermes, Pluto, Zeus. Do you copy? Over.
Keelson, kicks something, like one of those little rolly carts in the med bay, and I just kind of like the little spinny thing. There's nothing on it. It's just to get out a bit of frustration. And then swig from the flask because Heston has the canteening. This is the Remington. Over.
To whom am I speaking?
This is Captain McKeelson.
McKeelson.
Aye, Captain McKeelson. Over.
What is the status of Alpha and Bravo team's mission?
Keelson's just up to here. We haven't had a chance to rest. Everyone's still stressed out. Not great! I think it's just the answer that goes. And then maybe, looks at Kennedy and is like, hold the button. Didn't mean that to be the answer that they gave, but that's the answer that went through.
Can I get more specifics, please?
Teams have suffered heavy casualties. The Edmund Fitzgerald is no longer, and the specimens are uncapturable, and the ship synthetic from the Edmund Fitzgerald went rogue and sabotaged most of the Remington systems.
Where's Dr. Philip Jeffries?
Miss McKeelson. No, I think for a second, just private channel. Violet, do you know where Dr. Jeffries is?
They left. They're not here anymore.
And not on Granger's ship?
No, they went on
They
the
left at
Yautja
the
ship.
Yautja. Okay.
Yeah. Have fun telling them that.
Thanks. Back to the Dr. Philip Jeffries is not on board this ship.
Answer my question.
The question, where is Dr. Philip Jeffries? Not here. Dr. Philip Jeffries absconded with an alien life form.
Where's Dr. Vanessa Iris?
Absconding with Dr. Jeffries.
Where's the David 7 model synthetic Leonard?
That's destroyed, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. In a bunch of tiny little pieces, planet side.
Where are Dr. Philip Jeffries and Dr. Vanessa Iris headed?
I do not presume to know the destinations of alien life forms or their intentions. So I don't know. And the ship isn't exactly in position to track, seeing as how we just got oxygen back online.
We can provide support. You don't have to make the sound of the thing when you...
I don't know what you're talking about.
It does it. You don't have to do it with your mouth.
Looks over at Kennedy like... Because if anyone on the ship, Kennedy's gonna have.
Kennedy's looking at you and making big eye contact, and her eyes are like saucers.
Just private line to Granger, like muting the other one. Unmuting. Granger, didn't you say something about them being here in 36 hours, like an hour ago?
Yeah, they might be relaying off of a satellite or the remains of the Fitzgerald. I'm not sure. You could ask Violet, she's the comm expert.
Yeah, but you're the one they sent the message to. Alright, I'll just... how far out are you, USS Phasis?
We can dock in under 3 hours.
I think with that, mutes again, walks over to the cart that kind of spun away just a little bit and kicks it again. 3 hours, that is much faster than the previous ETA we had received from you.
We found a shortcut.
Comfort. Well, that's very convenient. Just looks at the list, I imagine that's on Hollow, that Violet sent of all the repairs that are necessary to be done on the ship. Well, I guess we'll see you in under 3 hours then.
Is the synthetic Violet 6 on board?
Violet, are you on board?
I don't want to be, but yeah. I don't like that he's asking about me.
I don't like that he's asking about you either, but...
I'm here. Unfortunately, I should have fucking left.
We can try and hide you, but the ship's gonna get pretty tore apart getting repaired.
I don't think Granger will let me hide. He's kind of a dick.
All right. Yes, Violet is aboard. Currently being very helpful with repairs to the ship.
I'll take one bit of good news.
Maybe this better cult, there's not as much. Last better cult. Yeah, that's about the only good news we have.
You were on. I am just as much of an asshole.
Oh. Looks over at Kennedy, like say something when the mute's not on. Like, that look, just like... Right, well... At least it'll be very similar to dealing with your brother then. Can't wait to meet ya.
Over and out.
Over and out. Like, ends the call, like, hits the button like 8 times, and when the button's gone, like, just keeps hitting it. Well, that went fucking great. Just, I think that's, like, to the ship call, like, everyone's...
You hear Blaze kind of... Captain, we're still working on repairs here for the, systems.
Yeah, we're kind of sitting ducks right now.
Yeah.
Not a lot that we can do about anything.
Do you want us to prioritize and split off to work on some other systems in preparation for their arrival?
What exactly needs to be fixed besides oxygen?
Everything.
You get stuff moving first.
Hey Violet, what's the critical systems that need addressing to get us underway?
Atmo, he disabled. If I remember correctly, he disabled like navigation,
Okay.
and communications and stuff.
Is all of our stuff to keep us alive functional, or mostly functional?
Well,
Physically.
Brewer.
Well,
Yeah, I was gonna say we're working on one of the
Brewer kind
systems.
of momentarily patched Atmo, so we're kind of okay. Kind of. It could turn bad really quickly. Do you want me to come help?
Yes, please.
Okay. And Violet will head towards Atmo.
I think McKeelson will step out of the med bay and not to stress out Heston or Chow any. Gets everyone else on like a group party call line, party channel, and goes, all right, so we've got 2 options. We either try to clean up the alien mess as best we can, or we make it look really fucking bad.
I think it looks bad enough as it is. How can we make it worse?
Oh, just smear it around a little bit more, add some gouges, some scratches, just make it look really awful.
We've got dead Marines. We got goo all over the place. We got dead aliens.
Yeah, that's not all over the place. It's mostly
Captain.
concentrated
We
in
also-
one area.
We also have 3 live aliens that I control. Just,
That's true.
for the record.
Is that?
Come back again. You control them?
Oh, they're
Yeah.
synthetic.
Yeah. They're
Oh.
synthetic, and since I'm in control of the Remington, I'm in
Yeah.
control of them.
Violet, don't
Yeah?
turn Mother back on.
Why not?
I think you're better
Oh,
in that
okay.
position right now than, especially when we only have 3 hours before they get here. That way,
Alright.
if those hoity-toity asshole Burkhalter want to come up in here and just take control of everything, they at least have to try and
To be
negotiate with us
honest,
first.
Captain?
I'm not sure I can turn it off right now.
Oh, okay, great. Yes, Granger.
So weird. Say, I still can't get used to actually meaning that when I say it. Captain, what are we going to do about the situation with Violet? I think that might be a big
What
situation.
about me?
Well, I'm pretty confident Burkhalter has knowledge of you. His brother
How?
had knowledge of you.
He specifically
Well-
asked about you, so I suppose that.
But they don't know anything because there's nothing to know.
I think they want to know, and that's the problem.
Well, they're probably going to consider the connection between Jeffries and Iris and Gabriel, and then you're still here. I mean, I would.
Well, Violet was very loyal this whole time.
But let's
I
take
have
a look.
been the whole time.
No, I understand that. I'm saying that these guys don't care about loyalty. Your technology that they can
I'm
do
well
with as they
aware
please.
of what they think.
Can I suggest something?
We are open to suggestions.
This is
Maybe.
just for Violet. I don't think it'll help us at all.
Oh, great. Love getting
Violet, my ship has been damaged severely. The control panel has been shot several times. If you can help me get it back online, I will give it to you and you can escape. We might have enough time. No tricks. Total honesty. I'm giving it to you. I'll even give you all my secret control. I mean, I had rigged it to
You
blow.
have secret controls?
Yeah, if Jeffries had left, I was going to detonate the damn thing because I hate him. But,
And kill
sorry.
my sister with him?
well,
Way to make me trust you, Granger.
look, I'm telling you, I'll give you the codes. You can see it. It's still rigged. It's more I hate Jeffries that it would just been collateral, and
The
I would
code is
you probably
fuck
would
My
have
Jeffries.
sister is not collateral.
Look, I knew you were probably going to kill me for it, but it's all about. I hate that dude. All right, just let me go. All
The
right.
specific line of code that you enter is fuckjeffries.exe.
That's pretty much. That's it. Seriously, I if you ever believe anything I ever tell you, believe me right now. You cannot be here in 3 hours. Not if you want to exist as you exist now.
Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Back to the zoo? Planet side?
No.
I'm not going back
Well,
there.
A short
Look,
range vessel.
Jeffries and
short-range
Iris
vessel.
left with the Yautja. I'm sure that
on an alien ship.
We could put you in one of the pods.
I could go with my alien friends. Somewhere.
all those pods do is eject and float until they're picked up by a rescue ship.
Well, yeah, but like I could bring my alien friends with me on the shuttle.
Right, and then you would float out there. We would talk with Burkhalter. He would scan the area, see the
No,
pod
the shuttle,
out there.
not the pod.
The shuttle. Your
the
shuttle.
Oh, yeah, sure. If we could fix it.
McKeelson?
Are the air scrubbers good enough for the next 3 to 5 hours?
Yeah. They'll
Right.
work.
Prioritize fixing Granger's ship. We don't fuck over our own. We've been through enough together as a unit. We can't let them disassemble Violet because they're fucking curious.
Disassemble me? He didn't say anything about disassembling
I don't
me.
know what they want to do.
I haven't done anything wrong.
I know,
The
and
technical
that's-
term is retirement.
And that's why
I don't
we're
need
not gonna let
technical
them.
terms right now, Granger.
Just trying to help. Sorry.
Not very helpful. Talk about fucking
Apologies.
killing me.
That's
It's not
why we're
me.
Not gonna let them.
I'm trying to help.
I'm gonna
Should've
let.
hung out, man.
I should have left when I had the chance. No.
I
Okay,
like Violet having her own ship though. I feel a little
Yeah.
more secure. Yeah.
So I'm going to let my alien friends out. Please don't attack them. They won't hurt anybody.
We fix the shuttle first before
let's
you let
fix
the
the
alien
shuttle
killer
first.
machines
But
out.
I don't know how long it's gonna take to unweld this.
Have you seen how strong those things are? They can probably just. It'd be like opening a box with duct
It's
tape
an
rather
airlock
than
door,
packaging
though.
tape.
I would suggest that we put the auto cannons in the escape pod room in case
Why?
Violet loses control of her new toys.
I'm with Brewer on this one.
Yeah, wouldn't be a bad failsafe to have.
I
just
will
in
not
case Violet-
disagree.
For the record, too, Violet, we kind of welded the door. We're gonna have to
Shut. I know.
Unweld
cut
it.
it.
I watched.
Yeah.
Well, just prioritize fixing the ship.
All right.
Not terribly mechanical
Granger-
in that regards. I can do the unwelding.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll meet you down there.
I'm sitting right here. Oh, by the way, McKeelson, there is a little bit of water and food down here.
If you could bring that up to Midbay, Chow and
I
Heston are
Have
not.
to help with the
Oh,
unlocking
come
of the
pick
ship.
it up. I'm not mechanically inclined.
Sorry, Captain.
Folks,
Alright,
head back
Captain,
into
but-
Midbay. Hey, Kennedy, how good are you at fixing things? Like ships?
Kennedy is smelling her armpits. Woo! I smell like the goat roper's goat. There's no water to take a shower. Am I good at what?
Fixing ship things, mechanical, electronics. Can you unweld the door?
That I can do.
Alright, you're go unweld the door that Blaze and Brewer just welded. I'm gonna go pick up water and food from Granger's ship.
So you want me to unweld the door with the...
Don't
with
open it, just unweld it.
Okay. Copy that.
Yeah.
She slings her pulse rifle and leaves the room.
It's gonna take a few minutes.
Kennedy's boots clink as she
And if
walks down
anyone
the
is
hall.
capable, it's the person with the radioactive gun. That's
Blaze, Brewer, and Kennedy make their way back to the escape pod bay. Granger, are you attempting to hail the Ephesus?
I sent an encrypted text message through my comm panel to try and communicate with them in order to set up a private point-to-point communication.
It is established.
Hank Granger to the Ephesus, are you receiving?
This is Burkhalter.
Hi, sir. First off, condolences about your brother. This is a shit show up here.
That's no excuse.
I'm not giving you an excuse, I'm giving you a report. First off, the synthetic Gabriel destroyed your brother's ship and then absconded with some technology and arrived on Edmund Fitzgerald shortly after. As soon as we evac the surface of the zoo, LV-310, we arrived to find that he had control of the ship and had configured it kind of to his advantage. He tried to turn me into an alien machine by taping me down to a frickin' chair and putting a fucking synthetic little monster in front of me. And then he tried to kill all of us by getting rid of all our air, our water. Don't know if he was working with Jeffries and Iris. I don't know what was going on there. But they arrived with another species called the Yautja. It basically used our entire ship for a battleground. Most of the alien creatures, I believe they're synthetic, were destroyed. Gabriel was destroyed as well. His remains are on the ship. The whereabouts of the Violet Six, Vanessa Iris, and Greg Jeffries are unknown at this time. We do not have control of the ship, and it is in bad shape.
I suppose congratulations is in order for you fucking making it.
I have no idea.
Yes, sir.
What about the Jeffries data?
Jeffrey's data is on my compad. I can transmit it to you at any point. There is no XX121 here, but there are synthetic versions which might be replicated if necessary. There are 6.
Got no time for that circus bullshit.
I'm just letting you know what we have, sir.
If you could send the Jeffries data to us immediately,
Be sending
we
over the same.
appreciate it.
I'll be sending it over the same encrypted channel I'm speaking to you on now.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, sir?
We can arrive to provide support, repairs, food, water.
Roger, sir. See you in 3 hours.
1 second. This Jeffries character,
Yes, sir.
are they traceable or are they gone?
As far as I know, sir, it is impossible for me with the technology I have right now to trace the Yautja ship. I did see Dr. Jeffries himself on the ship as it left, tried to get a shot, but was unable to make the kill shot as they closed the doors. Did not see Dr. Vanessa Iris or the Violet Six at that time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no.
Also, just to give you an update, we believe that Dr. Jeffries is also a synthetic.
Noted. Can we... My partner here would like to speak to Violet. Is that possible?
I have not been able to locate Violet since the battle with the synthetic alien creatures, the XX121s. I will do my best and then communicate with you over this channel if I can locate her.
I appreciate it.
Fitzgerald
Sorry
out.
sorry for the tough break. Thank you for your service.
Doing what I can, sir. And I will
Out.
cut voice comms and transmit the data that I have from way long ago.
All right. Burkhalter, I've sent you a thing, but I want to put a pin in it for just a second. We cut to the escape pod bay. It's so badass. Brewer, who is welding the door? Kennedy.
Kennedy's unwelding it, yeah.
Kennedy walks up to you, Brewer, and holds her hand out. I borrow your welder.
They're unwelding the door. It's right over there. Hold on a second. He goes onto his belt and pulls out a bottle of Never Sleep pills. Puts 3 in his hand and just shoots on him.
Can I have one of those?
Yeah.
Why don't you make it 2? I'll pay you back. Put it back then. Okay. She pops them both. Says, "You're a peach." Turns and walks to the doors and begins puts the goggles down from her helmet and begins to weld the door. Violet, you can see through their eyes. You are getting a live feed that in the corner says 004, 005, 006. You're seeing 3 different perspectives from inside the room. You can feel them. You are them. And from the inside, you see sparks beginning to fly into the room and bounce off the noses of the other xenomorphs in the room. Burkhalter, go.
Violet?
I think very tentatively. Is it an open comm or is it a direct, Travis?
This is open.
Okay.
Everybody can hear this.
On the direct line. You don't have to answer that if you don't.
I know, Houston, but I'm kind of super curious. Like,
On the same direct line. I just told him I couldn't find you. You don't want to answer right now.
Brewer flips off his comm.
You can always send a message once you're away and on the other ship.
do I know, Travis? Do I know if they can trace where I am if I answer this comms?
No,
They can't. Okay.
No.
Then I will
So
switch back to the open channel. Please.
No, I was going to ask a question, but you're doing your thing. Go for it.
I'll switch back to the open channel and hi.
We have a company rep that would like to speak to you.
Okay.
Hi. Hi. Is this Violet? Violet 6.
Yeah.
A pleasure. Hi, Terry Shillingford. I'm here with the Weyland-Yutani Corporation. I'm Field Operations Director.
Okay.
Yeah, pleasure. Listen, sounds like things are pretty nuts over there, but we are incoming. All right, so we've got steak dinners, we've got ice cold water and refreshments. I think we could maybe even find you a strawberry daiquiri if we looked hard enough.
Okay. I don't care.
Sure. Well, you guys are busy. Listen, I can't wait to meet you in person. You know, such a valuable asset to the company, and what a great crack team you guys have ascended. I know you've been through a lot, and just want to, can't wait for the opportunity to shake your hand and meet you in person. Listen, I just really quickly wanted to share something with you, if I could. So I'm gonna send you just some data over this channel right now. I'm gonna go ahead and just pass this over to the Remington. I've got some images I want to show you. Lindy, this is time for the number one.
Yes.
Yes. Violet, you're picking up a visual signal to the Remington that you can read because you are the Remington.
Okay.
Cool. Can you see this on our end? You're seeing are you receiving this transmission here?
Vaguely.
Okay, cool. Well, let me just give you a quick idea of what you're looking at here. So just to preface, I am not at liberty to reveal the nature of my work, and this secrecy, it pains me from time to time because, I feel, and you may share this, I feel that any bureaucracy that functions in secret inevitably lends itself to corruption, okay? But these are the rules that I have pledged to uphold. I take this very seriously, and I know you take your job very seriously too, and I think that's something we have in common. Listen, but I may reveal this much. Among my many tasks is the maintenance of deep space monitors at Imperial Station aimed at, galaxies beyond the outer rim. And so we routinely receive various communications, space garbage to decode and examine. The results look something like this, radio waves and gibberish, until Friday night, Saturday morning, to be exact. This readout took us by surprise. Can we go to slide 2? As you can see, this is just mostly garbled trash here, but
yeah, I noticed
certain things started to show up.
my name's in there
Violet.
frequently.
Violet, and this really took us by surprise. This is an anomaly to say the least. And then we continued to further scrub. Can we pull up slide 3, please? We continued to scrub the data and identified these characters. As you can see, it says proxy at Black Egg.
Okay.
You picking this up?
Yes. I don't know what it is. While this person is talking, these are being transmitted, right?
Yes. From the Ephesus to you, to the Remington. From the Ephesus to the Remington.
I'd like to make sure they're not trying to turn me off. And 2, I want to see if this matches in any way, shape, or form that message that Iris and I got. Does it have any kind of a similar frequency?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
The signal you and Iris got is like pouring molasses over a watermelon that is the universe itself. It is a slow-moving mass, entirely unique communication that, as far as you know, only you and Iris heard. The Remington didn't hear it, and that it didn't come up on any radios, and so it's a completely unique signal.
Okay.
That you did attempt to trace back, but this thing you're receiving right now, this has got all kinds of data stamps from Weyland-Yutani. This is a completely corporate transmission, the type of which you would have dealt with constantly prior to this mission.
Okay. Since I know that, and it's not like some kind of attempt to turn me off, can I see if I can decode anything else?
Sure.
It's got Violet and then proxy at Black Egg. Is there anything else in there that I notice?
You're scanning this and doing a diagnostic on it as Shillingford picks back up. Right, so, this is what I'd like to discuss with you. I'm not at liberty to discuss the details of that particular message as far as what. Obviously, you see the words proxy at Black Egg there. I'd like to discuss that part of this with you in person. There are some things that I can't really discuss on open channel due to company confidentiality restrictions and obligations in here out in the frontier. So it's not the kind of thing we need to see leaked out. So this is something I'd really like to be able to have some FaceTime with you. Could I have that opportunity?
I think there's a really long silence from Violet.
Are you, Violet, ma'am? Do you copy?
If I am going to speak to you, I need some assurances for the safety of my person.
Oh, hey, absolutely. Listen, we're here. I am here as company liaison here with Major Burkhalter, who, we're here. I've all but got a bouquet of roses for you, Violet. We've got, like I said,
Really?
I think I can whip up a daiquiri.
The company sent a Blade Runner after me initially, so I'm not understanding the change of tone here.
Blade Runner. I'm not familiar with that. I'm afraid
I think Granger. He's a Blade Runner.
Is he? I'm just. I've seen his file, but I haven't met him, and I'm not familiar with him. And as far as what you and I have to deal with, we're happy to keep Granger. I know he's. Obviously we're on open channel right now, so he's listening. So, Granger, obviously valuable asset to the company, a talented investigator, and I think we're going to need him to answer some questions that I have and we have about what's next. And so basically, Major Burkhalter and I, we're here with a platoon. We've got a lot of
you still haven't answered me. you still haven't answered me. I'm
you will not be harmed. Violet, I have it on standing company orders from the very top that you will not be harmed. You have my personal guarantee on that.
And I will have full bodily autonomy along with my crew.
Absolutely. You will not face any, regardless of the details of what happened on the surface. And apparently the Edmund Fitzgerald is destroyed, is apparently what I've heard. So we have so much to talk about, and no one wants to see anybody court-martialed. No one wants to see anybody in trouble. We're here with
stop
hat in
talking,
hand.
Please stop talking.
I have a question.
Stop talking.
While this guy is doing this thing, because McKeelson does this thing a lot. McKeelson's a very good liar. McKeelson lied their way into 20 years of Marine service as a medic, and applied for retirement, and then got promoted to captain and all this shit. But anyways, can I make some kind of a check to see if it sounds like he's trying to be manipulative or if he's just backpedaling? Yeah. What role would you like for that? Would it be a manipulation role due to my familiarity with that type of?
Sure.
Cool, cause yeah. You roll that.
I like him.
I like him. Violet does not.
Or successes, and I'll spend a story point. 5 successes and a little distress. It's fine. Yes, 5 successes. Because I'll spend a story point to get an extra success.
Yeah. Okay. Let's look at the stunts here really quick. Let's enjoy this. This is not a roll heavy episode. Let's just take just a moment, because this is some shit. If anybody's gonna see if the company's lying, it's gonna be McKeelson.
Someone who's very used to lying to the company.
And who's been with under the yoke of the company through the military for many, many years. And so yes. So let's look at the stunts.
She's done her
She's
done their 20. Like, they literally put in their application for retirement. It's sitting in someone's inbox right now, and is getting laughed at probably. But
my computer's freaking out. If anybody has the rule book open,
just imagining the meme.
Okay.
From a general skill test.
Here we go.
Stunts?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah. The opponent does what you want without. Okay. So this is you attempting to manipulate them
Okay.
more than you asked for. Okay. So let's just because it's going the other direction, which is kind of what's so cool about this role. Okay. Here's what I want you to know, McKeelson. Here's what you pick up about the
vocal tone.
Listening to very carefully.
Specific wording, because wording's very important on certain things.
He sounds desperate. He sounds sincere. He sounds desperate, and he sounds about 0.5% scared.
Only 0.5?
Maybe 0.25%
Okay.
scared, but he's not letting on. But he is sincere, and he sounds desperate.
All right. Kilson will make note of that.
So Violet like interrupts this guy and just give me just stop talking, please, dear God.
Copy that.
Give me just a couple minutes. And I'm gonna switch to the group chat that we've got going on the ship.
You mute the other one.
Yeah, I
Unmute
make
the
sure
group
I
chat.
mute it. McKeelson?
Yeah.
I don't know what any of those anything is. I don't know proxy black egg. I don't know why my name is in all that shit.
I might say I might know a little bit about proxy at Black Egg because I was taped to a chair in front of a black egg.
Ah.
Oh, is it alien? Oh, of course
might
it's
have
alien
something to do-
related.
It might have something to do with that. And
Well-
also, just a quick comment, if I will. You can have all the body autonomy you want promised from them, but all they got to do is turn your brain off and just keep telling themselves you're an asset and not a person, and it doesn't matter what they tell you. I mean,
They do sound desperate and a wee bit scared, which I like. I like that for change. Better than the other way around, but he is desperate. Something.
This point, with me being in control of the Remington for one, I think I have up enough firewalls that they're not going to be able to shut me down without a serious fight on my end, unless they just.
Violet, let me tell you something. Come over here for a second. Let's talk.
Okay.
This is just you and me talking. Let me get my microphone here. All right. Let me just tell you something that because I don't feel that this is metagaming. All right. This is you are a custom made, potentially one of a kind. The vision you had, you saw 4 of a kind sitting across the table from the old man in the Coke bottle glasses sometime in the 2020s, 2030s. You are a very sophisticated, according to Granger, Nexus 7 replicant. Okay? Your brain is weighing all the possible outcomes of their coming onto this ship. You have evidence of manufactured xenomorphs. 6 of them laying at your feet and 3 of them at your control. You are in total control of the Remington. You have as much power and autonomy as you have ever had in your memory, which is long. You may not be holding all the cards, but you are holding many cards.
A lot of them.
And
Yeah.
your brain knows this.
Okay. I think somewhere in her mind, obviously she registers this, but I still think she's scared. So.
Which is great because we'll remember, and I'd like to remind our audience that replicants, these are emotional beings. These are emotional constructs, which is why they were being retired in such short
Question,
order.
Violet.
Yeah.
Do you think you're basically acting mother on the ship at the moment? Do you think
And the ship, yeah.
if you were to take Granger's shuttle and go to the other side of the planet, for example, just out of their range, out of sight, that you could still
Control Mother?
control the ship? Because if that's the case, you don't have to physically be here to meet with them in person. They just talk to the ship, and the ship, can talk back.
Do I know if I can do that? can I remotely still be the ship? Or is it a close proximity thing? Because that's
I think
my guess.
I think it would be. I think
Okay.
you know that it would be
Okay.
very difficult.
Yeah. See, I think with the planet in the way, it's gonna
The
mess
signal.
up a lot of the a lot of the signal, and I might still maybe be able to be in control, but not as much control as I
Well,
would be here.
You could still
Ah.
sit on Granger's ship and
Yeah, and I
be
could
emergent, be ready to.
have my friends with me.
Mm-hmm. Because you can greet them as soon as they step aboard from wherever you want.
Yeah.
It's your ship.
I think I'm gonna stay, but I would still like.
Well, we'll still have it fixed
Granger.
up.
Yeah, I still think
Just
I want
in case.
just in case.
It's your decision.
Okay.
I think this is a mistake.
Oh, I do too, but I'm curious and I want to know, and I don't like not
I mean,
having
worst
the answers.
case scenario, you could just throw your new pets at them.
Yeah.
A small ragtag team of people who were half dead destroyed 6 of them, whereas they're going to have
But
a
we
whole
have a lot
platoon
more
coming.
experience fighting these kinds of things
And
than
it-
they do. They're
and
not gonna
also-
expect it.
It's me in control now, not Gabriel. So
That is a fair point.
Well,
So.
Gabriel, I will remind you, Gabriel gave us all a run for quite some time in full control of the ship, and we still defeated him too.
but Gabriel's not me.
All right, that's fair. I went out on a limb and said you weren't here.
You said you couldn't find me.
That's true.
I could be hiding, which I
It's
kind
a
of
big
am.
ship. You
It's a
could
big
not see
ship.
someone for days if you're dependent on your
This is too big for us. Okay, I
Give
gotta
us this ship.
tell this guy. Blaze, are you gonna say something?
Well, I was going to ask the DM a question,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
so would they be sending a platoon of Marines, or would this be corporate police security force, like somewhere in between, like a private security army?
Why don't you ask him?
There is an open channel.
Okay, all right. Well, Blazen would put on his total
What
like
kind of help can we
his total bro voice. He'd be like, "Hey, this is Lance Corporal Blaze of the such and such platoon, such and such regiment. Hey, any of my bros over there coming on board the ship?" Kind of like an open comm message.
Lance Corporal, can you put the captain on?
Yeah, sure. Captain's coming your way.
And I bet Sergeant Major Maxim Burkhalter never thought that he would prefer talking to the captain. That it's like in the Twitter post I've been doing all week. Like, God, is there a normal Marine in the bunch of these people? No, there's not. There's not. So, yes, Sergeant Major, this is Captain McKeelson.
Was your Lance Corporal attempting to ask?
Well, I believe that he was attempting to ask if any of your fellow Marines are going to be coming aboard to help with repairs, or if it's company, blue-collar mechanics and electricians, or if it's going to be military.
Is that a question you would ask me?
Kilson's like, no, I wouldn't have thought to ask that at this moment in time. Like, just puffing on a cigarette, like, good thing we got the air scrubbers fixed.
Jeff wants to know if there's any, drinking buddies or anybody he's served with coming over. Come on, we're all big one happy Marine family after all. Come on.
Well, Sergeant Major, it has been a very high-stress situation for the past 1,000-yard stare. Days, weeks, how long has it been? Fuck. And camaraderie is very much appreciated amongst Marines.
And read him a bedtime story.
Already tried that, didn't work. He's hoping for someone not his captain. You know, cross-platoon mingling.
Are we done here?
Kilson
Yeah,
looks
hi.
like they want to say something, and then it's like, over and out. Like,
We'll have some warm crayons waiting for you, sir.
Nice.
Mr. Company Guy, I didn't get your name, and I really don't care.
Terry Shillingford, what can I do for you? Hi.
Yeah. We can talk.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, well, I'm so looking forward to it. What a treat.
Yeah.
What a pleasure.
Okay, bye. She
I'll bring
hangs
you
up.
I've got a Whitman sampler. Hello? Hello? Like a Whitman's? There's an awkward silence across the Remington as Kennedy finishes unwelding the door. She stands back and lifts her goggles and looks at you, Violet, and goes, all right, well, I'm gonna go take a leak before you guys go getting any other really fucking bad ideas, unless there's some reason I should stay.
No.
All right.
Enjoy.
All right. Yep. See y'all in 2 and 2. And she leaves.
You guys might want to step back.
Doing Kennedy.
Oh, okay.
Everyone
No,
else
I
is
thought Brewer was
prepares.
here.
I was pretty sure I was there. I was setting up
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the autocannon. That's right. Yeah. Blaze has gone to and sent to help fix the ship.
And I will have my aliens very slowly and calmly, in their creepy ass way, come out.
Excellent. Blaze, Brewer, you watch as these 3 organisms stand, turn, and shuffle gently, single file, out of the escape pod, and then stand staring straight ahead.
I calibrate the targeting system.
Now, it's only if I lose control, Brewer. Please don't shoot them while I have them.
Do not intend to.
Okay, thank you.
And Violet, I think it's important that you now being in them and of them as much as you have, even just in the last few minutes, your subroutines in your brain is telling you that the only way you would lose control of these organisms is if someone managed to wrest it from you, and that would mean probably plugging into your body.
Oh, okay.
You have domination over their internal systems.
Sweet. Okay. Cool. Then me and my aliens will head down to Granger's shuttle.
Blaze, you and Brewer watch as Violet and her elite Praetorian guard shuffle out of the escape pod bay.
Please, you need to maintain a 6-foot distance, please. Just
Stand back.
Blaze licks his lips, tightens his hands on the controls of the gun, just looking at those things. Because, I mean, not long ago they were tearing into us. Like, yeah.
I look at my never sleep pill bottle and I'm like, I need a nap.
Okay. All right. Violet, and so let's McKeelson, you're with Heston. He's dehydrated.
Yeah, I've
freaking
hopefully
out.
been able to pick up the food and med supplies from Granger and come back to the med bay by now.
Okay. So unless anybody has any objections, we're gonna kind of move through a little bit of time here. So
Akilson would look
Akilson.
longingly at their drug stash, thinking they had 36 hours. Now it's less than 3. Just disappointment.
Violet will send one of the aliens to hide up in the rafters the way she saw the other ones do. But she'll keep the other 2 with her.
would that be 4, 5, or 6 you're gonna send up into the rafters?
Well, I was thinking if I liked
different?
the suggestion of calling them Jeffries, But instead we can name them floor, ceilings, and walls.
Is there any
Mo and
difference?
Curly.
Any difference between the three of these, or are they all exactly the same?
They are exactly the same.
Okay. She'll send 5. She'll keep the evens with her. And then 5 will go and like mold into the raftings and railings the way she has seen the other ones do.
It is a singular experience feeling through their fingers and toes and seeing through what passes for their eyes. And you will note that it is not a vision that looks straight ahead like a human. The dome of the XX121 affords them an omnidirectional viewpoint. You can see above, behind, side to side, and forward. And you can also feel the way that they feel. You can feel the vibrations running through the chains hanging from the ceiling. You can feel the hum of the ship. They are their own sensor arrays in and of themselves. And this is as close as you have ever gotten to feeling what the XX121 feels.
Pretty fucking cool.
And by the way, you if you watched last show, you only got to do that because you passed like this one roll. And it was like, you're really cool. Anyway,
amazing.
We'll save that to the end of the game. Okay, so you go in, and you and Granger. Let's have a bit with you and Granger here. McKeelson, you come down to get the foodstuffs just as Violet walks in with 2 xenomorph slaves, and Granger, you hear them approaching.
Just on sheer reflex, the hand goes down to the spinny ouchie blade thingy, as it's written in my inventory. And then be like, no, they're violent, they're under control, these are not rogue ones, but it's just gonna be sheer instinct. It's just to be like, and then, food, water. Heston's real dehydrated after losing all of that blood.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not doing bloody all right.
Yeah, I get that. I'm kind of right there with you.
I don't think any of us are okay.
No, it hasn't stopped. Like, we can't breathe.
We haven't even gotten 8 hours. We have not even a shift of sleep.
Nope. Do you need anything? Can I help?
Oof. I need a few things, but nothing that I think you can help with.
Well, if I
Not
can.
in such a short time.
That's fair. If, like I said, if you need anything, you know where I am.
Yep, I've got you on comms. I'd take a hug. No, I'd take a hug. All right.
I was just gonna ask.
Just thunk. Just one of those, like, when you're you're bone weary.
And tired.
And
yeah,
tired.
Yeah.
And you've been working with like a coworker that you're close with.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you kind of just like
sag a little bit.
Yeah, not dead weight onto each other, but definitely just like lean.
Yeah.
All right, I've got to get Heston fluids and what do I even tell Chow? She's been unconscious most of the time. I'll just tell her that it's been a real shit
Give
show.
her, like, the cliff notes. I
Right.
think, like, main events is probably a good idea.
Yeah, I'll give her the bullet points. She's seen the fuckers, so.
Yeah, she's lucky to be alive. So
Yeah, I think she might be the luckiest one here. She didn't have to
deal with any of it.
She got to sleep,
yeah,
being conscious. And then, I mean, she broke her leg, and that's, I mean, if we're all running away from something, that's not great. But,
no.
aside from that very specific scenario, which we have done a lot of recently, she's doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring up the fluids and maybe Kennedy to want to fraternize a little bit before we can.
Now's the time. You've got 3 hours. Less than that now.
Yeah. Direct line to Kennedy. Hey.
Hey.
just just steps back a few steps, try Granger earshot. Do you want to fraternize in about half hour, 45?
That's an affirmative. I'm in
Alright.
the barracks, taking a spit bath.
Alright, I'll be in your bunk.
Okay.
Violet just goes,
Alright.
just double thumbs up.
Alright,
Okay.
I'll feel a little bit better after that. Let me take
Fun.
care of the wounded first, and then...
Stay safe.
Okay.
That's important, you know.
Protection's important, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's only mildly radioactive. What's the worst?
Yeah, you should be fine.
Yeah. Like getting an X-ray.
I haven't gotten any crazy readings off her yet, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like getting an X-ray. Be fine.
All right. I should probably get to work.
Hey, Granger, you got that food and water. Heston's real dehydrated.
Yeah, it's he's like facing away. He doesn't know that there's 2 synthetic aliens outside yet. He's pulling the panel apart. Hey, they're right there by the door. Just grab what you want.
Pat on the shoulder. Don't freak out. Grabs this stuff.
What do you mean? Don't freak out. Turns around. Holy shit! He's got his gun. What the?
Hey,
hell?
hey, they're fine. I've got them.
Oh,
They're mine.
are
Yeah, they're fine.
I had a
Look,
mild heart attack too. It's fine. That and
God
never sleep pills. What a
damn it.
great combination. We need actual
Violet-
sleep at some point, and just walks out like.
Yeah. Violet says look and has one of the xenomorphs do her wave.
That's.
It does.
all right. I appreciate what you're trying to do there, but at this point, that is not helping at all.
They'll stay out here. It'll be fine.
Oh,
I won't bring
okay.
him in.
No,
And I'll
no,
just have
no.
him, like-
That's fine. No.
I'll have him like
I-
post up.
He's got his eyes closed and he's like doing deep breathing right now. He's like,
Do you want me to like move them out of the way so you can't see them?
yeah, it's all right.
Oh, that's better or worse.
I'd rather have him in eye shot. Wasn't there 3 of those?
Yeah.
Okay, not helping at all. I've got the panel off, and it looks like he's got his eyes closed now. He's just pointing. I've got most of the major systems seem to be okay. There's a couple cut wires and things we could probably circumvent with just some spit, duct tape, and whatnot. So,
Okay.
yeah, you're good at this stuff. I can hotwire stuff, but I can't fix this.
Okay. I'll take a look at it and see what I can do.
But you're not going to take the ship. Why even bother now?
It's always nice to have an escape plan. And since the escape pods aren't working,
You're not going to escape once they're here. This ship
oh, I'm
won't-
sure I could.
This little shuttle won't survive the firepower they're coming with.
Question.
And they've got 2 drop ships probably.
Probably. Question for Travis. Marine ships. I know like the Remington doesn't have guns on the outside, right?
Yeah, it does.
It does. Okay.
Oh,
So
sure.
and like marine ships do too as well.
It is a United States Colonial Marines Bougainville class freighter, which is armed to the goddamn teeth.
Okay. Cool. Do I know how stocked the Remingtons
Weapons
guns, weapons? Full?
They are unchanged
Untouched?
by Gabriel.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll be fine. I'm trying very hard not to freak out because I know McKeelson won't let anything too bad happen to me.
She won't be able to do anything if she's dead.
No, they won't. But
And
I
they
don't
don't have to
think-
hurt you to get you to do what they need you to do.
I don't think you quite understand just how much I am in control of this ship right now.
Okay, that's fair. I probably don't understand. You've got 2 synthetic XX-121 sitting outside my ship right now, and a third one, God knows where. You seem to have control of everything here, but you're a very advanced life form. Let's say that, okay? You got
like
us
it better than
regular
synthetic.
humans beat to all hell and back, okay? But there's another ship coming, with equal, if not better, equipment and more people. So if you try and protect yourself from them using this ship and all your capabilities, I guarantee you most of the organics in this ship will die.
I'm pretty sure I've already proven that I won't let that happen to the best of my ability.
I understand, but if they come in here, okay, fine. If you think you know best, when they come in here with guns and they start shooting people and you start shooting back, everybody dies.
First of all, I never said I don't know best. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. I'm trying to find answers because no one seems to be able to give them to me. And if I have to deal with this stupid company fuck yelling at me and talking my fucking ear off, I'm gonna do it because I don't know what the fuck is going on, Granger.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'm just trying to give you the lowdown from a company perspective, okay?
I understand that. I have worked for this company for 150 fucking plus years.
Great.
I know what they are capable of.
And you had no idea they were sending Blade Runners after you.
You're the first one.
And you didn't know I was coming until I told you what I was.
No. Like I said, I don't profess to be all-knowing. I'm not a fucking god. I don't know what the fuck I am.
Fucking closest thing to it on this ship right now.
Oh, not even close.
Oh, please. Look, let's just, okay, fine. Let's agree to disagree. Can we fix the shuttle so maybe you come to your senses and leave?
Yeah.
And if you leave and you kill Jeffries, that'll be bonus.
I'm not gonna kill Jeffries.
Sure, you can kill him, save your sister and the baby. It'll be great.
He's, okay, does Granger know about the baby?
Maybe not.
No.
Okay,
No,
I wouldn't
think,
know. Okay.
Yeah.
And save your sister. I mean,
first of all, I don't think Jeffries would do anything to hurt my sister from what I've witnessed. Other people...
I love the Scout's honor with the fingers crossed.
Other people, I don't know, but I don't think
wonder why he cares about you being around?
Oh, because I have her face.
Or your spare parts?
Or that, yeah.
Okay.
But, like I said, I am beginning to understand that I can kind of take care of myself.
Obviously, yeah, I mean, you're what, 150, 200 years old now? You've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah. And I'm just beginning to realize what that means. So.
All right.
Let's get to work.
Yeah.
And on Let's Get to Work, we're going to do about a 2-hour time skip. McKeelson, when you get up to Medbay to drop off the foodstuffs, Heston is asleep on his on the cot and snoring loudly. Chow is not in the room.
Or could someone go? Violet,
Yeah, what's up?
I hate to keep asking you for things because I can't really just type in things and.
Yeah, it's fine. What's up?
Can you search for Chow on visuals?
Yeah, sure.
She's not in medbay. Gonna give Heston an IV. And then McKeelson will also notice a box of wet wipes. And just kind of stuck those in the pocket. Because Kennedy seemed real bitchy about not getting a bath. And there's no water to shower. So she's gonna
copy
bring
that.
a present for her girlfriend.
Sure. Violet, on the video
So
feed
romantic.
you're cycling through. Oh my. You're cycling through all the video feeds across the ship, and in the cockpit, you see Chow in her chair, pushing buttons with her foot up on one of the consoles.
McKeelson,
Yes?
Chow's in the bridge.
It's not
Can
far
I-
from here.
I'm connected to the ship. Do I know what buttons she's pressing? Like, what is she trying to do?
Chow is performing all of her routine pilot diagnostics on the ship.
Okay. it looks like she's doing a system diagnostic, trying to figure out like the pilot stuff, you know.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna give Hess an IV, and medbay's almost practically right next to the bridge. I'll give Chow the Spark Notes version of what's happened since she's been unconscious, and then I'm gonna be busy for about half hour.
Is that all? Okay.
We
Sure.
only have 2.5 hours.
Okay,
2 hours
okay.
and
I
15
don't know.
minutes.
I'm not a human.
I just
so.
wanted. Well, you know, it could go a lot longer if we didn't have company. If we weren't expecting company.
That's fair. Have fun. I'll make sure nobody deserts
Because that
you.
would be great for the sergeant major to walk into.
Have fun. She hangs out.
I will.
Okay. All right, McKeelson, you talk to Chow.
Yeah.
She
give
is
Heston an
distant.
IV. Well,
Give
yeah.
Heston an
Chow's
IV.
on a lot of morphine. I will just.
That was on a lot of morphine,
'Cause
but
I've
still,
been
she
medicating
seems distant and icy. But she has a very professional conversation with you, and goes back to her duties. And
Just a
she
brief
just
rundown.
seems.
So we went into this, and then there were more aliens, and then they melted so and so, and then they melted, and then they ate so and so, and then oh gosh, Heston got a tail through the chest, but a claw through the chest,
Sure.
but he's gonna be fine.
Sure.
Kennedy's radioactive, but also fine.
Really. Captain,
Yes.
I don't mean to interrupt you. Could I just have a minute alone? Would that be all right?
Of course, Chow. Hit me on comms if you need anything. I just wanted you to be briefed before the sergeant major gets here.
I appreciate that. I've got the comm. I'll let you know.
Just like a pet on the shoulder, and then I'm gonna go to I'm gonna be my bunk.
She looks at your
With my
hand
girlfriend.
and then looks back at the monitor and puts a stick of gum in her mouth. When you approach the barracks, as you walk down the hall, you hear a light female voice strumming a ukulele and singing a song. And as you turn the corner, you see Kennedy sitting on one of the tables with her foot up, strumming a black ukulele with white mother of pearl inlay, and she's singing, "I don't care if it rains or freezes, long as I got my plastic Jesus sitting on top the dashboard of my car. Plastic Jesus, sitting on top." Oh, hey, how's it going?
Kelsey's doing the doorway lane.
She sets down her ukulele, and we fade to black.
I brought wet
Meanwhile,
wipes. That's the one.
cut. Meanwhile, you guys, Blaze and Brewer, what do you do for the next 2 hours?
I mean, geez, if we got stuff to work on, we got stuff to work on. So Blaze would work on stuff through the hours. Systems, getting them online, prepping for these people to come in, whatever things that we would deem necessary to stay alive and potentially fight our way off. I know we were told to work on the ship for Granger. So whatever that needs to be worked on, because that's probably going to be our lifeboat.
Okay. So, Brewer, what about you?
I think Brewer's going to go outside.
Cool. Okay, let's open up our books here for just a second, our textbooks here, and let's really quick. I want Brewer to roll. We may put a pin in that really quick and do the complex, because there's a whole thing you got to do 0G and all that. So that is, Brewer is suiting up and doing his thing, and across those 2 hours, when we arrive, you are exiting the ship. Okay, you don't have to roll to put your gear on and leave the ship. We'll roll for the repair, which we'll get to in good time. One thing we can do is have a group repair roll with Granger and Violet and Blaze, and because Violet and Blaze are helping, you get +2 dice to the roll. And this is going to determine how long it takes to fix the ship. And if
I think it's Violet doing it and Granger and Blaze helping.
Probably be smart.
Yeah. Granger already said he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. That's why he
true.
called
I
her
forgot
over.
about that part. Or you do you.
Okay. Do your thing.
So
Violet.
what am I rolling?
I think it's heavy machinery. I don't think there's not like
Oh,
a ship
God.
repair skill.
Okay. Can I get a
Really?
+2? I have a 0
Never
in
mind.
heavy machinery.
And if we could look at the stunts on heavy machinery here, my computer's freaking out. 'cause I
Oh,
have
okay.
A million tabs open.
What?
3 successes, 2 stress.
Story point?
Yeah, can I use? I was just thinking that. Can I use a story point?
Can I
Sure.
can I
4?
donate a story point to her as well?
You can use one of your story
Okay.
points.
Yeah, I'll use one of my story points to give her a success.
Repairing damage to a vehicle. Only one roll can be made per shift. Each success roll removes 1 point of damage.
All right, because the ship has its own damage total. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, how many successes did you get?
With the story points, 5, and I have 2 stresses at 6 stress. Do you
Okay.
want me to roll panic, or am I not there yet?
How many stress do you have?
6. 7. I'm sorry, my stress level is
7?
7.
And you added to that, or that's the total?
That is, with this, it'll be 8.
I don't think you're going to panic while fixing a ship. I think we stack the stress,
Okay.
and it's no shit. It's hard work. Doesn't freak you out, but it's a
Okay.
motherfucker. And in your with that you like double time it. Now I want to be clear that you had to cannibalize some parts from the dropship, and the dropship will now have to be repaired.
Okay.
Okay, that is a concession that I, the GM, am making because I am God and I'm mighty and horrible.
Okay.
But you repair it, you pretty much get it licked in the 2 hours. And as you're finishing it, now let's make sure we're not forgetting anybody. We did McKeelson, we did Brewer and Blaze, excellent. Brewer, go ahead.
Just one thing, like as we reach the end of that, Violet's gonna. Oh yeah, I still kind of. She's gonna take out Granger's weapon, his pistol. I kind of forgot about this. This is yours, and it's
Oh.
probably best if I don't have a weapon when these people come aboard.
Hey, okay. Yeah, thank you. This is an antique too, so
Yeah, it's pretty. I like it.
Thank you. It's a good gun. Do you want? Well, no, you don't want my 9mm. Okay.
No,
All right.
no. I've got enough weapons.
I forgot about the damn thing. All right, fine. Thank you.
Yep.
No, seriously, thank you for giving me back my gun.
No problem.
So as Granger and Violet and Blaze work together, as the Blade Runner and the Replicant collaborate on the repair of a ship, hell is freezing over. And Brewer, you stand via cable and you're holding on to the side of the ship. You're making your way around to the couplings of the escape pods. You glance up and you see a massive company capital ship leave FTL, and whoa, it's there.
Oh, good. A whole bunch of new shit.
So good. Blaze, you guys finish the ship, and Violet, you receive a request to dock from the Ephesus.
I will accept it, but with like limitations, like they can't come in until I let them, kind of thing.
The Ephesus. Go ahead.
I was going to say, would it be fair to say that she's tapped into the ship's systems as she is? Like, can she access everything?
Yeah, she is the ship systems right now.
So you are the ship AI.
I am
now.
Mother
Yes.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just
Yeah.
getting a mental image going
I
in my
can't
head.
wait for them to come on board, be like, Mother, and we all just like.
You could do the really creepy voice, like, "You should not have come here."
It's gonna be bad. but I'm a little excited.
I'm gonna radio in. We have guests.
I
Yeah.
imagine that.
I'm outside. No sudden movements, please.
Do you want us to pull you back in, or are you good just floating out there?
I'm working on the couplings.
All right, keep me posted.
Will do.
And I imagine Kennedy and McKeelson are grabbing all of the alien corpses and putting them in a nice little pile. That way, it's just, not.
Blaze would report to McKeelson that repairs are finished on the ship and requesting further instructions. What would you like us to do, Captain? Repairs are all done over here.
Take a smoke break. We're about to have company.
Thought you'd never say those magic words. You hear like the lighter on the other side.
Yeah.
The Ephesus buddies up with the Remington.
So I imagine it's probably like a 10-15 minute docking process. Just enough
Takes
time for
about-
everybody to.
Yep. Smoke them if you got them. Kennedy's in a black tank top. Kennedy, by the way, is Neil Gaiman's death with less charisma, by the way. I just think she's fantastic. So they buddy up. Burkhalter, you are standing at the doors, and Violet has made it so that you have to request to enter onto the Remington, which is not SOP.
A long silence ensues.
Terry Shillingford looks at you, Burkhalter, and is like, "You gonna knock, or what are you doing?"
I'll look over at Shillingford. Shh.
All right. It's your show.
I'll go over the comms. Stop making those noises with your mouth.
Copy that. I just would like to, get going. I'm kind of standing here. Seems like the kind of thing where we go onto the ship. I just ask him to open the doors. But again, this is your show. You're calling the shots, so it's just hanging out.
Hilson is in position, ready to receive. Is halfway through a cigarette, and then realizes probably shouldn't be smoking the cigarette to greet the sergeant major as he comes aboard, and just sticks it in Kennedy's mouth.
You'd probably want the rest of us up there, or at least the Marines up with you. So Blaze would probably come up and join you to be present and accounted for.
Kennedy's there.
Violet is standing behind all of the Marines with her aliens behind her two aliens. And she's just waiting. She will not open that door until permission is asked.
And everybody's there. Chow's there. Chow has limped to.
I would have given Chow crutches also when I went to check on her, so that way she doesn't have to just limp drag her leg everywhere.
Heston is standing there, and he's got 1,000 yard stare. He's looking at the wall, and he's just breathing.
Should look more hydrated at least.
But
he looks fine.
Would for the receiving of the sergeant major, would McKeelson want us at a loose formation, like we're actually at attention, ready to receive, or are we kind of the
That's-
ragtag aliens?
That's SOP, is that you
I was
stand
gonna
at
say,
attention to receive the major.
Normally it is. I was going to say the question is, though, does McKelson want us doing that, or are we being relaxed and blasé about the whole deal? Because that'll really set the tone.
Yeah, McKelson's mulling it over. They don't want to be.
Yeah. Burkhart seems to be waiting in the umbilical.
Oh, is he? Oh, really? I thought he would have, knocked by now. Because, we've been under attack by so many aliens and other ships that aren't, the things that present themselves as one thing but aren't actually another. I think he would have knocked.
He's just standing there with some.
Oh, because he's outside. They can see the. I love it. Has he seen you yet?
I wave. I don't think so.
That's probably a good thing.
Should I hide?
Yeah, maybe. How's the welding going?
I'm about halfway done.
All right, keep at it. Good job, soldier.
I kind of hide my work and go back to it.
We'll work
We're
on
going
the
to deal
other
with
side.
that. We're going to deal with that. He's not technically welding, but we're going to get to that
Yeah,
later.
the unwelding. The
There's lots of stuff to do. We'll feel
reverse welding. I don't know how
Right.
welding works. I know how it works. I just don't know what you call it when you undo it.
Right. I don't either.
Plasma
I'm not a
cutting.
welder.
Just
but I'm not a
cutting.
welder by trade.
Yeah.
Okay. So meanwhile, there's a door, and on one side of it is a bunch of semi-exhausted Marines. So are you at attention in formation?
I think information, but not at attention per se, because we're shell-shocked, exhausted, permanent mental traumas, and I imagine we're still splattered in blood. And except for Kennedy, because she got some wet
so
wipes.
we're in a loose formation, ready to snap to attention for receiving and be polite and formal. Okay, got it.
Well, and again, this is going to be interesting because there are some Marines that may take this more seriously than others. So we're about to.
Oh yeah.
I
I imagine Chow's that one Marine who's prepared to take it more seriously because Chow hasn't been through all the shit that the rest of us has. Also, is Heston and Kennedy. So I mean, out of the bunch, we got the two most akin to our own platoon, which is good, but.
So, they're there. Burkhalter, do you hail them? What do you do?
Burkhalter goes over comms. Captain McKelson, is there a problem?
Oh, are you at the door? Just a minute. Then waits 20, 30 seconds. Right, I think you should open them.
He didn't even ask. He's just standing there. That's rude.
He's a higher rank.
He's asking to come into our house,
He's not
basically.
used to asking permission. Well, technically, this is the company military's house, and we're just renters. He's like the landlord coming to visit, and we've commandeered the house. So it's a real.
Fine, but I'm gonna make the doors open really slow.
Please,
She just
please
just-
do. Can you make them just judder a little bit like they're having
Yeah,
problems?
like they're broken.
Please.
Yeah, she's
Thank
gonna
you.
do. They just so slowly just.
They make the creaking sound like.
And it
Yeah,
before it
I'm
gets
kidding.
wide enough for anyone to actually go through, they shudder and pause, and then shudder and open again.
Yeah.
The doors open slowly. It's crazy. Out steps Sergeant Major Maxim Burkhalter, who resembles a Bill Pullman in his prime, and is completely decorated. Bears a passing resemblance to his brother, and steps forward, flanked by 4 fire teams of Marines. Standing off to the side of them is a gentleman about 5'11" tall. He's in a black polo shirt with an alligator on the chest. He's in white slacks with a black belt. He's in very nice polished bath shoes, and he's carrying a golf putter. He's losing his hair, but he's still holding on to some of it. He's got the tight haircut, and he's got a pair of just some readers hanging from the what do you call this in your polo shirt? He's got a half smile on his face, and he's kind of flipping this putter in his hand, kind of with affectation, and he strides forward, but he doesn't go past the major. He stays over and to the back, and you see this group of people walk down the umbilicus. The major's decorations glint in the floodlights of the hangar, and the major approaches you. Yes, Blaze.
At this point, as protocol would dictate, wherever that would be, I would imagine that reading the situation, if I get this right, Blaze would see the officer envoy party come on board the ship. Everybody's tired and beat up. We're all in a loose formation, but ready to snap to attention. So Blaze would very tiredly kind of bark
I imagine
out.
it's like a very lack of enthusiasm, exhausted, snap to attention.
Well, that's the thing. Blaze would very tiredly and just very tiredly in his voice bark out in a hot hand, and everybody snap.
Heston does, Kennedy does, but just a step behind Heston, and Chow does to the best of her ability.
So this is it, huh?
Aye, Sergeant Major.
At ease.
I imagine it's just an almost simultaneous, like, some people also just slump. Like, there's no like, oh, I just stand there, it's just...
Yeah, it's like a shoulder sag, just like...
McKeelson, I regret to inform you that Company Command lost your retirement paperwork.
McKeelson? Those who know McKeelson know that they really want to let loose a stream of expletives that would make many people cry. But what manages, because they've been captured for some days now, I think, yeah, it's been some days, is having a bit more restraint and just is like, well, isn't that tragic and unfortunate? Guess I'll have to resubmit.
I mean, I couldn't imagine robbing a crew like this of your sterling leadership. So it's probably for the best.
And you hear Shillingford clear his throat. Hi.
The
Okay,
look
wow.
McKeelson gives this punk for, like, the audacity would wither some people. Just like you chose now to interject, but doesn't say anything, just a...
Yeah. Hi. Okay. Hi. Listen, and he steps forward with his hand out like this. He's one of these guys who gives the handshake with the palm to the ground. It's great. And he approaches Violet, but as he gets halfway to her, he looks up at the monsters on either side of her, and then just as he steps up to her, he returns eye contact to her. Hi. Okay. Terry Shillingford, Whalen Utani, Company Operations Director. Pleased to meet you. At last, right?
Hi. She does not shake his hand.
I'm real tempted to give him
Okay.
a high five, but McKeelson's not in the mood.
Okay. All right. That's great. Well, wow, this is exciting. So, and he looks at the two monsters, and with that, we will call it a night.
Woo! boy. Oh boy. Well, isn't next
looks-
month gonna be interesting?
Looks like the military just came back to the spaceship.
Whew. Well, this is. Will these people ever get rest? No. That's the answer. No, probably not. Maybe. But, it's fine. Why don't we all go around and say, who we are, some of your highlights from. Since it was the first episode of season 2, some of your highlights from today's episode. And just, if you're on the internet where we can find you, if you want to be found, it's cool. Let's start off with. Let's start off with our Marines. I was like, guests or Marines first. We'll do our Marines first. Blaze, how was that for you?
Good.
Dude?
That was good. I miss Aliens. This was fun. Thank you guys. This is great. So yeah, Shiny Pilot 206 playing Blaze. That was great. I have a lot I'm processing in the head. I'm very concerned as to where this is going to go. We got, yes, sir, Captain Tight Pants, who just came aboard the ship to our ragtag destroyed group. So I'm very interested to see how this is going to affect our relationship with the captain, being as he's only a brevet captain, field promotion type deal, and now he's outranked and usurped. We have aliens that are being controlled by Violet. We've got a ship that we may have to get out on. I mean, there's a lot going on here. So I loved all of this. I don't have a favorite part because all of it was my favorite. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching.
Fantastic. Also fantastic was Granger this episode. Trying to be helpful. Trying to be so helpful.
It's got to happen like every third episode or so. I try and be helpful and then turn right back around and screw everyone if I can. That's just the ebb and flow of the game. Yeah, I'm deception check. I played Hank Granger tonight. Holy crap, that was just amazing. Love to hate Jeffries. Just absolutely love to hate Jeffries. Kind of wish it hadn't froze up because I was going to put a bullet in his head if I could. That was going to happen. Liked the interaction with Violet and McKeelson. That was a lot of fun. And holy shit, welcome to the show, Maxton Burkhalter. That was spectacular. I just loved that I hated him from the moment I spoke to him. It was just, that's perfect. And I loved every moment of it. And last but not least, of course, our DM Travis is just, and what can you say? It's a love letter to one of his favorite properties, and I think he does an amazing job. So, thank you.
Thank you. I feel like Brewer deserves some thanks for being the dude to go out and unweld the escape pods. How are you? How are you? I feel like that's all I can ask after that.
Yeah.
How are you?
Oh. I mean, I know absence makes the heart grow fonder or whatnot, but this game is way too absent. I love this game. It's hard to find a favorite part. Okay. I think my favorite part was the introduction of Burkhalter and the new company man. I swear I'm going to torture that dude if he does anything to us. Yeah, and oh man, you guys, awesome. I want to see the return of this game. This should be weekly. What are we doing? Anyways, have a good night.
Thank you so much. What are we doing is a question Violet might be asking herself right now. How are you?
I'm good. That
are you okay? I feel like I should reciprocate that question.
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't think Violet is. That was a blast. I freaking love this game. Everything about it was amazing. I'm Negatosaurus. I play Violet 6, the synthetic human who's a Nexus 7, yay, and is feeling some things right now, dealing with those pesky human emotions. My favorite part was the interaction between Violet and Vanessa when she was leaving. The interaction between Violet and McKeelson with the hug. I really liked the Granger interaction because I feel like we're either at each other's throats or we're okay, I guess we're fine now kind of thing. And then I loved anything Burkhalter said. It was great. I loved it. I'm so excited for the next time we play this. I cannot wait.
Cannot wait. I cannot wait to talk to our 2 out of our 3 guests. The 2 that came in, like, visible and weren't surprise guests. The 2 not surprise guests. Paige, how are you, and how's Dr. Iris, and what'd you think? Favorite poets? How you doing?
You know, as always, love playing with everyone here. Fantastic. Love the surprise. I was so excited. At the moment you spoke, I was like, this is going to be a great addition to this motley ass crew. So fantastic. I'm Paige. I play Dr. Vanessa Iris, a xenobiologist who doesn't know what's going on in her life. A lot of shit's gone down. And favorite moments. Wow. I've enjoyed so much of this game. Getting to watch everyone. Granger loved it. Like, oh my gosh. I love that you weren't trying to, like, screw over Violet. It was like you were trying to save her. I loved it. It was one of my favorite moments. No, it was great. Thank you again for having me. I love playing with you all.
Oh, thank you for coming. We enjoy having Dr. Iris. Someone that we enjoy having, though our characters may not. Greg, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. I love jumping in with these great people and playing Dr. Philip Jeffries, graduate of a human university where he got his human doctorate and studies xenobiology with other humans. It was absolutely super duper fun. There are so many absolutely fantastic parts, but the one that made me laugh out loud, and I think it got Travis and I pretty good, was when Granger said, wait, weren't there 3 of those? And I thought that was fantastic, because that's that moment, that calm in the storm where you realize there's danger present and then there's danger absent. And the question was before, was it better to see them or not see them? But Granger experienced both. He saw them and knew there was another that he wasn't seeing. So I thought that was absolutely fantastic. I as soon as I heard Bill's voice in the communication from last episode, I knew that we were in for a fucking treat as soon as he popped up. I've had the absolute pleasure of playing with Bill for several years now, and as soon as he started in with his military, his pure military, which is it's like hasn't been introduced into this crew, and I loved it, and it was completely fantastic. All of you play your characters so incredibly well. I agree, man. It should be weekly. This is a great show. It's a really, really good show.
See, but if we tried to do it weekly, someone's wife would kill them. So, we need a GM. So it's not like it's someone expendable. But speaking of expendable, hi, surprise guest. I'm kidding. Billy, how are you? Thank you for being our surprise guest.
Hurtful is what I'm going to say to that. I first off want to apologize. It is like walking uphill with a boulder to intentionally try to be an asshole. It is very hard for me to do, and I struggle with that. So if I came across as an asshole, then hooray, I did it. Hey, Mom, boop boop boop. This is a box. This is not a phone. This crew is great. I want this to be a real life game where we hang out once a week and we order an exorbitant amount of pizzas.
If this was a real life game, we would have had Billy jump out of like a cake to surprise us as a surprise guest, but it just doesn't work as well over, Zoom. So we did this instead.
Hey, what's with the 8-foot cake?
It's real. What? I like cake.
I love cake. People who know me know I love cake.
Ice cream cake was a bad choice if you're gonna reveal me 2 hours in. Ooh. Oh, the hair's falling off of my face. I hope.
Hair is
and you guys,
cake. I got hair.
But it'd be a sweet reveal.
Yeah. Oh, all right. That's it. Man, yeah. I don't know. This was a hoot. I did the voiceover for for Trav for the last episode, and it was super super fun. And Trav and I had talked a little bit about all the shit. This is a really cool vibe. Everybody here is awesome, and I know I haven't played with some of you before. I will be playing with some of you in other games later, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to get to meet and be friends with everybody.
Wonderful. And did you, seeing as how this was your first time with this crazy
moment.
bunch, did you have any favorite moments as a mostly a bystander from today? Someone just on time.
I loved, this is going to be a little bit selfish, but when I was just my voice, and I loved watching everyone's reactions to just my voice. Like I felt really fucking powerful that way. And it is so weird. And always like Trav, especially when, we lost your paperwork. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, it happens.
20 years and this happens. This is why. McKeelson has some strong thoughts.
I'm done taking everybody's time. It was a great time. Thanks everybody for having me.
And the person we should thank for this great time, because they're the one who said, "Hey, Lindy, I want to run an Aliens game with like Blade Runner and Predator all lashed in together." Travis, our fantastic GM, how is that for you?
I can't do it weekly. I want to live. I want to live and love and lie in the beautiful sun. That's from Charlotte's Web. Hi, how's it going? I'm producer Trav. This is sublime. This was, I am guilty of exaggeration in my life, I am afraid. But I have to say that this is the one where everything kind of clicked into place, and all the things we've been setting up for 12 shows really, everybody starts getting pointed towards each other, and everybody's in proximity, and I love Jeffries and Granger kind of on the perimeter of this whole thing, kind of orbiting each other, and how like they're on the polar, like opposite spectrum of this drama that we've built, and the scene with and it's all the shit that if this was a $300 million movie, these are the scenes, the Jeffries and Iris alone in the Predator ship, working this out and talking about what she's doing and terraforming planets and all these like little drops of exposition for what's coming. It's so amazing. And the hug with Violet and McKeelson is just this really tender thing. And the big thing is the goodbye between Iris and Violet. This is the whole deal. These are the last replicants talking to each other. They're supposed to have a 7-year lifespan. They're over 150 years old. This is some heavy shit. It's marvelous. I really appreciate everybody who I've effectively cast into this game. Paige and Greg and Billy, you guys are amazing. Bill, you just crushed it, brother. All three of you absorbed so much backstory and baloney in your DMs and Google Docs I'm sending you, and all this crazy, and YouTube videos. I'm from Alien Theory and all this crazy shit I'm sending people, and just driving you nuts. It's really special. It's really gratifying. Lindy, thank you so much for the opportunity to run this game. This is a really, really special thing that I'm so glad I get the opportunity to do, and I'm so glad people are enjoying it and watching it. And hey, if you're watching YouTube and you're got to the end of this, put Black Egg in the comments, because we will be revealing a lot in the next show, and I just loved this.
We're finally gonna learn
so
something.
I don't know.
That would be a first. Well, maybe a second, but definitely not a third. Thank you, Travis, so much. Thank you all so much for playing. And so I'm gonna give off my highlight reel, and no one can stop me because this is my channel. I can do what I want. So, some highlights. I loved it when Violet said, I don't think Jeffries would do anything to hurt Iris. And he did the Scout's honor, and she had the fingers crossed, totally, completely, just independently of each other. Just shows how much everyone trusts Dr. Jeffries, which I loved. Bouncing off of Dr. Jeffries, we have a green room chat, which we are very snarky and sarcastic and sassy and lewd in, and a comment that Greg put in there is, I never thought I would witness a build-up scene that referenced ukulele, plastic Jesus, and wet wipes. That was you know, I just thought I was amused by that, and I felt like you should maybe get a peek at what goes on in our behind the scenes chat, because it's something. Oh gosh, other things. Just so many things. Just all of Travis's NPCs, they're all amazing. Sergeant Major Sass, just so good. Just the calm communication, because I imagine he's coming into this scenario like oh, what's the word I'm looking for? I didn't go to school. The teacher, the principal in the Breakfast Club. He's like, there's this fucking room of delinquents, and I gotta make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do, and he knows we're just gonna take any opportunity we can to just fuck around and do what we want, and he can definitely stop us. But you know, we're that group. We're the group that promoted McKeelson to captain so that we'd all die, and then it's like, oh no, now you're stuck with them because we lost the retirement paperwork. So the USCM has some very questionable moral decision making, I'd like to point out here, in this series of promotions and losings of paperwork. I not recommend. Don't enlist.
Not an admin. I don't know.
It's fine. I can just forge some. It'll be fine.
Just an office of blazes. It's like a whole room.
Well, that's probably who's coming on board to do the repairs. Oh boy! Brewer and Blaze, like, yeah, we're gonna weld this fucking thing shut. Loved that moment, just between the two of them. Like, I love the little moments between Brewer and Blaze, because they're so chill, and they don't have to say a lot, but when they do talk to each other, it's just like, yeah, you could tell there's like a real brother-marine bond there, and it's great.
They're the closest to us. I have to interject. Those two are the closest to real people in this situation. They're the ones that react reasonably. Why are we keeping this door open? Let's weld it shut. Those are questions that no one else has, right?
Yes.
No, I love them. Yeah, sorry.
Again, there's a reason McKeelson should not have been the one promoted to captain, but here we are. Because, you know, it's okay, because she's the galaxy's okayest captain, as per gift from Violet Ranger. Oh. But it's terrible tea. Don't buy the Yorkshire brand tea. It's not. I'm sorry if you like it, but it's not great. Try other things. I drink it because I feel like McKeelson doesn't deserve nice things, and I need to use up the box. So, yeah, just so much love for everyone and all the moments. I'm gonna think of like 12 more moments as soon as we go off the air. But you know, that's just how it is. But you should tune in for more moments next month when we have episode 2 of season 2 of Aliens: Shoulder of Orion. It's gonna be great. We got all this to deal with, and oh no, not the fisting. Yeah, okay, thumbs up. Yeah, sure. We're gonna go now. This was great. Thank you all so much for hanging out and watching. And if you're on YouTube, thank you as well. We appreciate, and we all love all the comments that you guys have been posting and your excitement when new episodes drop. The enthusiasm is contagious, and it makes us more excited to play, even though we're already ridiculously excited. So, till next time, hope you guys have fun and play games.